Oh, we're in. Well, I don't think I have anything. Oh, that's a lot of lunacy. So, the only person we can pull for is Ryoshu, huh? Let's see. So they don't have ears, so it's on the helmet. Oh, welcome in, Apple. Is that right if I call you that? New Limbus update. Ooh, they got the tail! They do have a bunny tail. And then the ears are on the hat. How's that hat staying on? The blood on the bandages, on the wraps. We're just doing a single pull. We're not pulling immediately. I wonder if we wait a week we can shard her or not. Yep, okay, if you just wait a week. Beautiful rupture. Rupture and being really, really fast. We're just gonna get into it. Stages, event bonus, Ryoshu, Otis. View the last stage, reward exchange. Let's look at Otis. Ooh, wait. Oh, okay, weird little bug. Excuse me? LOA Vale, shouldn't you be getting back to your movie? Let me look at the picture in full screen. It's not letting me. You got the red, the black, the white. I can't see. You didn't see this earlier, but Ryoshu has a bunny tail. Oh, okay, my thing is very bugged, but look at that tail. I want to pull it immediately, but I'm patient. I can wait the week. I don't think we have anything to do. We're just gonna get straight into it. I've had a pretty busy week, but I'm surviving. We got 12 nodes. Let's get it. Happy New Year! On. It's been a while since I've voiced acted as Limbus. Dante, any idea where that leftover cake from yesterday went? No idea. I mean, why would I know? I can't even eat. Dawn, did Donkey already get her paws on him? Don Rodya rubbed her tired eyes, muttered something about how we should have partied in her room instead and stumbled to the back door. The New Year's came swiftly to the inhabitants of the bust after various incidents at the LCE. Wow, from New Year's to sweepers, huh? The sinners all came from different backgrounds and parts of the city, but annual celebration for New Year's seemed to be a thread that connected their cultures together. They began floating the idea of a New Year's party and... I mean, I'm down. City lore, Project Moon lore. Excellent! Then permit me the honor of hosting this banquet! With her usual overdramatic boast, coupled with the familiar twinkle in her eyes, Don Quixote declared that there would indeed be a New Year's party, and thus it was decided. Again, after all the hell we went through the back door and whatnot for the out-of-season Christmas celebration. I must insist, for 'twas but an effort to decorate the bus, the intent quite divorced from the act of celebration. Don Quixote glanced at Sinclair, sheepishly scratching the back of her head. Huh? Oh, don't worry about me. Really? Well, 'tis 'Tis true that mine actions have wrought thee quite the distress, unintentionally, I might add. Thus I ask thee, wouldst thou not agree that a communal event to mark the occasion might freshen both our spirits and bodies? I can't even begin to imagine her amnesiac self even taking a moment to give a damn about how Sinclair might take it, but I guess that with memory came tact. You know, it's our first New Year's together. It sure is an occasion for a celebration, huh? Gotta hear that bell go ding to really mark the transition to New Year, right? It seems that we shall be welcoming the first light of the New Year in company of one another. This is indeed a cause for celebration. A bowl of noodles before the last night of the year fades. Classic. I want reassurance, but we got Honglu next. Honglu's next. Sob, such bubbling enthusiasm from ye warmth mine own heart, warmeth my own heart. Forsooth, the grandiosity of this banquet shall be one for the books. Fireworks most brilliant, enough delicacies too. Virgilius. Doing a deep voice. Ron, when's our next stop? Methy be running non-stop for 3 days at least. Only dum-dums stop on a fast road. So she says. Virgilius muttered with his usual sardonic edge, one fist under his chin. Why, for next year's celebration the banquet shall be prepared. I hear the promised hour. Don Quixote's idea of a grand banquet depressingly fizzled into nothingness, but Roger brought out the cakes and cookies she'd stashed in her room so we could at least hold a small celebration for the New Year's together. Aw, that's nice. After that, we all stayed up together, watched the New Year's first sunrise, briefly paint the city in gold, then retired to sleep. A little bit late for New Year's, but it's fine. Ooh. When everyone woke up, rubbing their eyes together, the world outside the bus had completely transformed. What do you mean transform? Oh, outside. Hey, it's the bus, the Limbus. That's an interesting. Well, I guess that's where we're going. Damn, it looks so industrial and complex. There was a behemoth of a structure, bizarre in its presence, and its walls seemingly made of gargantuan steel plates. I imagine this would be Korean. Wonder what it says. H Corp. H Corp. The sinners began to voice their surprise, appropriately so, as what came into view was different from any of the nests we'd passed by on our journey thus far. Is that massive structure all one building? If that whole thing's the nest, then where the hell's the back streets? That's big enough to cover H Corp's territory and then some. I do have water. Well, there he goes again, asking dumb questions without ever taking a peep at the guidebook. That's not the nest. That huge box you see over there, that's District 8. We call it Hong Yuan, the vast garden here at H Corp. Is H Corp Honglu's home? The nest lies within the center of the structure and the back streets without. So they squeeze the entire population of this district in there. Do they not get a ray of sunlight all year round? Well, at least they won't have to worry about the rain. Prithee, avail me a sight as well. As the sinners began to gather one by one at the other side of the bus, stirred awake from their late night's rest, I felt my gaze drawn towards Honglu. Let's get the Honglu lore. I looked for signs of concern or distress on his face, worried. It wasn't exactly something unique to Honglu, but the stories about his past home we've heard throughout the year, whenever he felt like sharing them, were all consistently and terribly depressing. God, Honglu voice is hard again. It's not such a bad place once you actually try living here for a while. I don't know how to do Honglu's voice. Like, maybe a little bit soft, but his lips ever so slightly curled upwards into a kindly and relaxed smile, making the same expression as ever. An expression that hasn't changed at all since our first meeting. Maybe it's just a cultural difference, kinda like how Honglu can be so nonchalant about things that should give most people pause, but Actually, no, I'm not helping anyone or anything by entertaining these thoughts. My job at this moment is to keep a close eye on Hong Lu, more so than usual. And if the time comes for me to help him, as the manager, I'll give it my all. Besides... Oh, whoops. Besides, whoa, this thing's even bigger up close. Verily, I carry no recollection of a structure so grand, even in past adventures of mine. If my efforts aren't enough, I know I can trust the sinners to lend me a hand. Hey, let me see too. I collected my thoughts and approached the sinners who were flattened up against the glass window to get a good view. Ah, boy. Ooh, okay. Oh, we want Slash, huh? That makes me think get my police team up and running if it's gonna be Slash. Yeah.
고래를 향해. 응? 잠시. 망설임. 어머, 부탁드려요.
Once we left the bus. Oh man, can't believe we had to get off the bus here. We have to make a formal complaint against H-Corp for this crap. What the hell are they thinking doing shoddy construction work at the entrance of the highway that leads straight into the nest? Many causes there may be to such construction projects, yet perhaps an early warning sign our approach to the site would have been a sensible Were it not for young Charon's most valiant drifting, I shudder to imagine the terrible possibilities. 'Twould have been an awful end to an adventure. It's no surprise that the sinners all had a piece of their mind to speak. As we drove up to the entryway, we unexpectedly came across a mess of badly put together steel plates blocking our path in the middle of the road. Charon quickly spun the bus around, which meant that everyone ended up being thrown about like ragdolls. Good thing there was not a road off the highway that leads into the city, right? Bet Charon would have tried to reverse gear all the way back to the last interchange. But looks like we'll be going through all these winding alleyways to get to the nest. It's so dark in here. We were greeted by a dark street upon disembarking from the bus, illuminated by only faint strands of light. It was immediately obvious that we found ourselves in the back streets of H-Corp. Looked pretty impressive from outside, but it's no different from the other back streets inside, eh? Yup, it's a familiar sight. Gotta say, it's getting real old. I ask thee, is the nest of this district shrouded in such darkness as well? No, these particular sites are limited to the back streets of District 8. The back streets of this district weren't very different from other ones we'd visited in the past. People hurrying through the streets as though they were being chased by something, people scowling and glaring at the ground with some sickness or discomfort. Seems all too familiar in every corner of the city. There was one thing about this place that stood out from the other districts, however. They're kind of reminding me of the former G-Corp soldiers back at District 4. What? What do you mean? You mean those fellas? The growths on their flesh appeared too organic to be prosthetics. Some of them had odd protrusions or nodules bulging from their skin as well. Not at all, manager, but look, they haven't all mutated in the same pattern, like into an insectoid form, for example. Well, I guess I should commend you for not looking at them through a biased lens. You are observing the aftermath of District 8's distinctive method of treatment. Oh, so this is where the rumors about that bluish healing ointment came from, huh? Apparently they can cure any flesh wound after just one night dressed in bandages. Bandages?! Sorry if that's a little bit loud. It seems that certain misconceptions must be addressed. They are the variations of H-Corp's singularity, the bolus. The bolus? Yeah, thanks, Sinclair. He is likely referring to medicines brewed and netted into bowl-shaped pills. Correct. H-Corp, or the Hongyuan Bioengineering Group, mainly manufactures boluses that contain essences of treatment. The boluses may be taken orally, ground with water into a paste, and applied directly to the affected area or dissolved in water, soaked into bandages, and wrapped around the necessary area for treatment. I guess rumors transform as they travel. Oh, I see. I was just thinking about how they do things back at the K-Corp. The focus of K-Corp's technology is the reversal or recovery of one's condition. Returning to the original state is the key word in their treatment. It is no rare sight to find unique techniques and technology developed independently by the inhabitants of the backstreets of District 8 using the manufactured boluses. The treatments are not individually customized for each patient. Instead, their focus is on selecting the appropriate technique from a myriad of choices to address the deficiencies in their statuses. Perhaps one could choose the words transformation or evolution as a more illustrative descriptor for their method of treatment. So that's what counts as treated? The crowd Sinclair was pointing out certainly appeared unhurt, as none of them were bleeding or walking with a limp, but many of them appeared dazed, staring blankly at nothing or scratching absent-mindedly at their mutated parts. Ah, they must be the regulars. Unexpectedly, we found our answer not from Faust, but not from Assault, but from Hong Lu. The regulars? Yes. I've heard of them as a child. People who've grown too accustomed to visiting the clinics in search of their mystical treatments. The regulars might appear more intimidating than most people at first glance, but apparently all the side effects they've been stacking changes them in strange ways. It is highly likely that inter-operation conflicts or issues when arise when applying high disparate treatment methods to a single body. At least it's a cheaper alternative for people who didn't sign up for the life insurance. You speak of life insurance? Yes, life insurance. There's a special insurance option to bring the client back to life upon the event of their death. So the irony isn't lost on me, but I thought resurrecting people was one of the head's taboos? The head does not consider the revival via life insurance to be a violation of their non-resurrection taboo. It is likely that on a technical level, this revival is actually categorized as brain resuscitation, as opposed to a full resurrection, degradation of its functions considered, of course. Another fatal downside to this technology is that, unlike the manager's clock winding, the subject cannot be brought back if their brain is destroyed. Also, there's a risk of significant losses in the process of information transference. Losses, huh? So maybe some of their mutations could be more than just side effects of these treatments. Maybe. But I heard it takes more than 1 or 2 revivals to change that much. And since apparently people in the back streets could never even dream of paying consistent insurance renewal rates, so... After all, who would sign up for an insurance if using its services could reduce them to such pitiful states? Yeah, they appear pathetic and pitiful to you rich bastards, don't they? You'll soon be in the same boat as them to save some pity for yourself. Identify yourself. The stranger's voice cut through our discussion like a foreign instrument. We turned around to find a large group of people who were clearly up to no good. You must be the young master of that high and mighty Jia family, eh? I can tell just by looking at your pretty face. Your friends, Hong Lu? No. I haven't had much chance to get acquainted with people from the back streets. So, no, I've never met them before. Of course you haven't, too busy living large, playing gods in a whole different world from us plebs, huh? Not that it matters. We're just here to take the thing you brought here for submission to the family hierarchy evaluation. The what evaluation? Okay, there's clearly been a misunderstanding. There's quite a lot of them. We're not off to a great start here, huh? Man. Actually, no. It'd be a violation of our office's core values to jump them like we're some common thugs. I, Shansan, third son of the Triax office, challenge Jia Baoyu of the Jia family to a duel. I'm probably butchering these. Our wager will be that the winner can take anything they want from the loser. Wait, what do you mean a duel? Duel? I have heard tale that duels of the honorable fixers of the Sikh Association Eastern Branch announced their intent to duel by starting their affiliation and name instead of casting their gauntlets. And this pamphlet that young Ishmael had presented before me earlier presenteth the truth that the Triax office is indeed an office of the East. Though they are indeed of lesser quality, 'tis a true, genuine, accurate declaration of a duel that we behold. So it's just a fancy way of saying 1v1 me, let's go, isn't it? I mean, this guy doesn't look tough. What do you think, Faust? Agreed. This individual does not seem to possess any particularly exceptional skills that may pose difficulties for Hong Lu. Damn, Faust. Wait, oh, Hong Lu is fighting. Okay. I think it's going to be okay to... I'll be back in a minute, Dante. You sure this is okay? I don't think you're going to lose against him, but, you know, just in case. No worries. I have some childhood experience with duels myself. I've done about 10 of them, I think. Ha! So the rich boy's dabbled in some duels, has he? I think you misunderstand. I meant to say that I've done about 10 of them a day, but... Oh, but grandmother sometimes let me skips them, so... It might have been slightly fewer than that on some days. What? I, Hong Lu of Limbus Company. No. I, Bao Yu of the Jia family, accept this duel. Hong Lu stepped forward confidently as the opponent was processing what he just heard. For a moment, Hong Lu stood there in a stance that did not express even a hint of aggression, before curiously cocking his head to the side. Sorry, are we waiting for something? Oh, so I always let the opponent get the first 2 moves in duels. Please don't hesitate. Let me, you little... You cocky pride shall be your downfall. The man who introduced himself as the Shan-san leaped towards Hong Lu. Then after about a minute... How's this happening? Unlike Shan-san, who was throwing punches and swings with boiling hot passion, Hong Lu was effortlessly gliding between his opponent's strikes like he was out on a picnic. As though this was a brute but a leisurely stroll through a garden. Whenever Shan-san threw a powerful punch, Hong Lu redirected it to the side with ease, the fist only grazing his clothes. We were mesmerized by the feathery light movements of his hands and feet that effortlessly glided through the air, until after one blink and you will miss it moment, we realized that Shan-san was already face down on the ground defeated. Ho, young Hong Lu, hast thou been concealing thy full strength in our presence? Oh no, I wouldn't say that. I always put my all into everything, into every fight. Yet to defeat this foe so soundly, to dance with such grace between his strikes, is twas as though thou were dueling someone whose skill may only be a measure against a child's. But most of our fights happen in environments with a lot of variables, and we usually fight against enemies with all kinds of unexpected weapons and powers. You read him. Already familiar with that fool's moves? Oh yes. One of my Biwu instructors use similar techniques as this gentleman here. Practice makes perfect, and perfection makes an expert, right? Right, but I'm not sure if that's entirely relevant here. Well, anyways, looks to me that he soundly kicked your behind in this duel. Let us through, why don't you? And preferably not do the thing I think you're about to do. This duel wasn't overseen by a notary office anyways, and our employee's not gonna let this failure slide if we just leave. Don't just sit there. Move your asses and jump them. Pathetic. I can kinda see how we're becoming experts at getting jumped. Yippee! With the bitter cry of the defeated, his gang rushed towards us. I feel like there was a few references. Maybe it's like Hong Lu has like 10 siblings, that's why it's 10 duels. I don't know. Anyway, we're using the BL gang. Awkward triaxe officers. Are they all awkward? Sudden strike, bleed, haste, bleed, bleed, bind, bleed, bleed, bleed at 7 speed, gain free shield. Passive, inflict 2 binds, so they want to slow us down. Okay. Ah, Faust, you failed me. Yeah, go get him.
지금 시야 확보. 쏜다.
기회를 잡았네.
빠빠빠.
저자를 꺾어 넘긴다면 저들의 사기가 떨어질 것이 뻔하지.
Maybe Ryoshi could finish him.
무대배들 이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요.
혈이
평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see more of the New Year celebration, but it's fine. I'm guessing just a little thing rather than an actual event.
완벽한 선택이었어 나리. 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
Is that all? We got a second wave? Nope. This really isn't a great start, fellas. It's never easy, is it? Hey, at least we got a nice warm-up. It wasn't all bad. I don't know, this seems more serious than our usual street brawls. Ishmael's right, they weren't your everyday thugs who pick fights with random people for no good reason. They were contracted by someone to specifically target and eliminate Honglu. And given how open they were about their intent, calling it a contract, it doesn't seem like whoever gave the contract was exactly going for subtlety. Then maybe this is what Jia Xian was talking about way back when she mentioned surviving as heirs. Whoever's behind this must have a bone to pick with Honglu. Indeed, it seems that we must expect more skirmishes like this going forward. Alas, was this trial not readily overcome? Not the point. Think on it a little more. Seems like they're assuming that Honglu's brought something here in order to participate in that family hierarchy evaluation. Then there's no reason to assume that we've seen the last of them. They're going to try again to take out the competition. A highly accurate assessment of the situation by the executive manager. I expected no less from someone of your genius. Going for the classics of brown-nosing today, Otis. Since when was it brown-nosing to compliment a job well done? Do you not expect... This inane conversation is most riveting, but I would prefer some silence while we wait. It seems that the company foresaw such difficulties. They sent you a support team to help handle this issue. We heard voices coming from behind us from where Virgilia's pointed. My, you guys still haven't learned how to stick to the plan, have you? Is it Effie? Is it Effie? It really threw me off when I was told to meet you in some backstreet location away from our agreed rendezvous point. A familiar voice, a voice we could not forget! Not Effie's sword. Been a while, everyone. I'm here too. It's Pilot, Sword and Pilot. We turned around to follow where their voices was coming from and recognized the two people we've been hoping to see again. It's been a while. It's like been since Ishmael's canto. That's like 3 cantos or so.
정착지를 찾을 때까지 이 기세를 잃지 않기를.
Sword? And hey, Pilot, right? You're... What's wrong? It's like you're looking at a ghost. Pilot, didn't you tell me that you shared my news with them the last time? I did. I sure did, ma'am. Oh, yeah, he did. The sinners each recovered from the initial shock of seeing them again, and soon their faces began to bloom with relieved smiles. Well, good to see that things haven't changed much around here. Sword, we're so glad to see that you're okay. Tick-tock to you, too. Good to see your gears are turning just fine. Sword smiled with a familiar grin. She did not seem to have changed much since the last time we met her, save for a few minor differences. Her outfit and her badge, for example. Last I recall, you were promoted, yes? Allow me to congratulate you. Yeah, haha. Or the hints of melancholy hanging from her smile and flickering in her eyes. Hey, I am merely congratulating her on her promotion and offering a recognition of her excellent accomplishments. I don't see what your problem is here. But we all know the meaning that promotion carries. Indeed, and it is very profound. After all, what meaning is there to a promotion attained without spilling some blood? You're a real piece of work. Let me ask you something then. If everyone behaves like you do around her, tiptoeing around the facts, keeping it hush-hush about what happened, where's she going to get the bare minimum of the recognition and the consolation she deserves? Hush-hush would have been nice. I've even overheard some of the whispers that I let my partner die just so I can snag a promotion. So, in that regard, I appreciate that, Otis. If we're being technical, I did die. Except my brain was intact. Not even K-Corp's regenerative ampoules could have revived me if it wasn't. Then, did Effie also? Apparently they went right for Effie's head when they stabbed him with a prosthetic. According to the coroner's autopsy, K-Corp ampoules, life insurance. Neither of them can revive someone with a damaged brain. It is what it is. Anyways, let's not dwell on the depressing stuff. We're here for work. Let's get some work done. So let's talk about work, okay? Pilot? Yes, ma'am. Well, let's see here. Coincidentally, I happened to make friends with a fellow who has ties to the Gia family, so I brought him over. Concern. Hey, is that everything? Yes, sir. Briefing's over. Just as everyone was reeling in stunned silence at the least informative, least helpful briefing we ever had the displeasure of sitting through, Ishmael was the first to catch herself. She looked up at Sword. Sword, can we rely on you for some elaboration here? The briefing was a good demonstration of the necessity of educating the 5 W's and 1 H principle. Haha, looks like we'll have a lot to discuss once we get back, Pilot. Did I do something wrong? Shh, Pilot. Buddy, just stop. You're digging yourself a deeper hole with every word. Rego quickly leaned in to warn Pilot, but it was likely too late. A nigh unnoticeable crease had already formed between Sword's brows. Prior to commencing this high-priority operation, it was necessary for us to find individuals with connections to H-Corp. So we, as the preliminary observation unit, were put to the task and we managed to establish a connection with an individual. Ooh, someone from my family? No, we tried, but your family proved to be a rather difficult nut to crack. However, as we were wasting our precious time with all of our leads, Pilot pursued an unconventional method to establish this connection. I really didn't hold back on compliments then, and this is how you... Our collaborator is a former employee of the Gia family. After leaving the family, he now runs a lodging business. Then it is likely that he is far removed from the family politics. Less motivation for him to attack us due to conflicting interests. Yes, and according to Pilot's report, he still regards the Gia family positively. How can I not, considering the blessings they have been given me? An unfamiliar voice butted into our conversation as though to continue Sword's explanations. Oh! Qing Tao, Qing Tao, either one. Probably Qing. I humbly present myself before the fellowship of young Master Baiyao. Please call me Qing Tao. He greeted us in a most polite fashion before bringing his hands together in an odd motion. Oh, is that how people greet each other here? Yep, it's called the Bao Xuan gesture, bringing fist and palm together to express respect and peace towards the receiver. Aha! Knights greet one another by shaking their hands for the self-same purpose. Forsooth, thou art indeed one possessive of a chivalrous spirit. Ah, indeed. Much did I worry about the qualities of young master has surrounded himself with, but I see that he is in a company of those wise in the ways of the West. I prostrate. Ah, that is ominous. I prostrate myself before the vast breadth of your knowledge. What grand generosity it is to open a jar of the waterways of wisdom to quench my barren lands. Something feels familiar about this. Nah, she's been getting less and less verbose with bootlicking these days. Not like this guy for sure. That's true. He's kind of like, how should I put this? A bit much. What are you guys talking about? Communicating only by the sound of a ticking clock. This is something I had already known ahead of time, yet... What a most curious exchange to behold in person. Brief this journey may be, yet I shall find myself most thoroughly entertained in its entirety. Haha. Maybe it's the subtle sprinkle of disrespect that reminds you of the usual flavor, Dante. What is this about? Me? You dare? Was all that bootlicking she did supposedly to be a source of pride for her or something? Otis shook her head with clear distaste and strode towards me. We are nothing alike, executive manager. Never have I once said such empty flattery in your presence, filled with nothing but hot air and superlatives. I'll leave the guidance of these back streets to him. Well, looks like this is where... Sword fell silent, her eyes lingering on Vigilius, who stood somewhat apart from the rest of us. So, I finally get to meet the Red Gaze in the flesh. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. Effie would have loved to be here. Manager? Vigilius seemed to sense her lingering gaze and walked towards us after nodding slightly in her direction. Manager Sword. Let's not make this any longer than it has to be. I'm not happy to be helping you with your businesses. I'd rather much put this behind me as soon as possible. Oh, please. It's our historic first collaborative operation, isn't it? Can you spare a little more time with us? The guide's Bud's actually doing something? That guy? Yes, unfortunately, LCC has our own business to take care of today, so I won't be accompanying the LCB this time, and the Red Gates will be helping us out to get it done. Taking Methy there. Vroom vroom. Maybe it's not that unfortunate now that I think about it. I feel like every mission with the LCB's always been an uphill battle to get anything done. Oh, well, you see, back then we were... just messing with you. I'm sure we'll have another chance to work together again. Boss, we don't got much time. Wait, before you go, I think you owe us some explanation, Vigilius. I will leave the detail to Miss Faust. I am quite busy. Very well. Vigilius turned around and left towards Mephistopheles with an oddly disgruntled expression. Well then, I'll see you around. Next time, I'll show you that I can carry my own weight. You know, oh boy, the last time we met, I really was so darn pathetic. Pilot, competence is shown through action, not words. Sword and Pilot gave us a light nod before following Vigilius. Some sinners opened their mouths to speak, hesitated, then closed them again. We let them go without a word. Perhaps we didn't know what we could say to not make this awkward. Farewell. Very well. Please, this way. Or maybe we were simply mindful of this guy who was responsible for the quality of our stay. Mysteries. Vigilius doing something. Feel bad for Sword. It's good that she has Pilot with her, so she's like not alone, but man.
가스 점화, 엔진 시동.
I can't sing. Deep resentment ought to be washed away. For when the far one comes betwixt the burnt doors, shall a star fall astray? Are you sure we're going the right way? I don't like the sound of these weird songs. The main streets are most likely teeming with those seeking to bring harm to your young master. We must venture an alternative path. And like he said, there weren't any skirmishes once we made it deeper into the dark alleyways. The lack of foot traffic would normally be pretty unsettling, but I guess that's what we needed at this moment. As for the song, it's a song that becomes rather popular in the backstreets in the recent months. The lyrics are pretty, ominous for a popular song. It is a song that spread through word of mouth. It sings of how the decimated Kong family... This is not the place to discuss such matters. I'll share the tale in more appropriate settings later, should we come across it. Didn't know that there was a song like that. Is this the first time you've heard of it too, Honglu? He's a posh git from a posh family. I doubt he's ever set his precious feet in the backstreet, so it's no wonder he's never heard of anything like it. I have been to the backstreets before, but Heathcliff isn't wrong. I did spend most of my time in my room. That is precisely because you are the most treasured one of them all, young master. Much like how the jade of the greatest is worth is to be cherished, prized, and hidden in the deepest depths of one's coffers where none shall reach. I'm like him? Oh, to a lesser degree, particularly as of late. So that guy's used to work for the Gia family, huh? Otis being self-conscious is pretty funny. Do you know him, Honglu? Young master, is there something on my face? Honglu stopped himself as though a thought flashed in his head and glanced quietly in my direction. Then, it's nothing. Shall we continue walking down this road? Indeed, humble as I may be, I am very well versed in the roads of this area. Honglu shook his head at me as he casually changed the subject. It was as though he was trying to hide something we know from Qingtao. Should we be suspicious of something? He is a collaborator, but only a temporary one. A degree of caution would be advisable. Given Pilot's clear inexperience and naivety, we would do well to remain suspicious of this character. Faust and Otis approached me as Honglu was nodding along and chatting amicably with our guide. Well, looking back at our journey so far, I think we learned our lesson about blindly trusting every collaborator we came across. With this growing mistrust in mind, I slowly made my distance from the guide before asking Faust the burning question. So, what was that about back there with Vigilius? Something about him going off to help them out? The consequences of his actions at Wuthering Heights. I did think about it, but I didn't think they were gonna make him do work. Maybe like punish him for whatever is in his contract? Oh. His actions were a violation of one of the more important items in his contract with the company. He is simply taking responsibility for the breach of contract. I think back to the incident at the manor. It feels like such a long time ago now. Well, that's kind of a bummer. He really helped us out of a pickle. What? That's what they're dragging him away for? Is there a problem, honored guest? It's nothing. It's nothing at all. No problemo, right, Ryoshu? You idiot. Shut up. Masold, can you carry Heathcliff for a little bit? He's dead tired. It will be done. Heathcliff, punched in the gut by the hilt of Ryoshu's sword, fell forward right onto Masold's welcoming shoulder. Radia? You know, the kind of person I hate the most. The kind of dull people who can't read the room. Don't you feel the same way, Dante? Yep. I nodded enthusiastically as something seemed to imply that she wasn't really asking me a question. I don't think she was about to punch my lights out, but... Rodion and Ryoshu judged correctly this time. Classified company information must not be discussed in the presence of an outsider. Reminds me of the time he got knocked out cold for a while because he kept asking questions without raising his hands. This guy just doesn't learn, huh? You successfully preserved the secrecy of classified information without spilling blood. I applaud this policy. Heh, I did good, didn't I? I'm just not a fan of how they're treating Heathcliff like dirt now. If it's no problemo, as you say, then that is well indeed. Yet, I worry that it appears that the problem has found us anyway. I stopped and looked around, realizing that we were surrounded by a group of people wielding various weapons in their hands. What, happened to finding us a safer path? It is likely that my guidance has indeed given us a much safer path away from the more obvious skirmishes. However, to my great regret, it appears that the more observant of our enemies have tracked us here. Damn it. Then what are you even here for? Isn't it your job to prevent this exact scenario? Let's leave the finger pointing for later. We're gonna have to take them all down. They must not be allowed to disseminate our current location. Exactly. Where are you slinking off to, Mr. Qingtao? I must regrettably and humbly say that my talent in war are terribly lacking, so I intend to become scarce for a moment. Yet I have utmost faith in the strength of our young master and the honored guest in overcoming this adversity, so... Qingtao was already standing so far away from the front lines that he was practically hiding behind me. Faust, anything you can tell us about these enemies? No, but a consultation with the Gesellschaft seems unnecessary if we are to determine whether negotiating with them is an option. They're coming. Miss Salt, wake Heathcliff up and set him down. It will be done. Smack Heathcliff. Throw him at the enemy. Oh, the double blades from the trailer. Tough looking stranger, sharp looking, bleed, paralyzed, bleed. No passive, just sanity. Let's go purple. I don't want to use that just yet. Can I? That'll work.
타겟 포착 1시 방향.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
I want the bonuses. I want them, but that's for me when I grind the dungeon at the end of this.
건 나쁘지 않습니다만
We fun to
또 무식하게 돌격하실
rupture
거라면
team. I can use my rupture team.
전투응대에 나선다.
Who can I replace? I could replace Raw. I could replace Sinclair. But then they have the discard mechanic, so maybe I should use them and just like discard them as quick as I can, so I can. Oh, they have counters.
흐트러지게. 기회를 잡았네.
Purple, blue,
천재를 꺾어 넘긴다면
blue.
전투의
Actually,
승리가
red,
떨어질
blue,
것이 뻔하지.
blue.
돌격하세.
Let's go yellow and yellow.
혈이 낭비.
Just one wave? Okay, pretty short.
이제 우리를 누가 막겠는가?
Ba-ba. Blue, 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 blue. Yeah, sure.
사월을 건다.
흉터의
Yeah,
결과.
get him.
흉터의 결과.
Ooh, 95.
방금 뭘본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 일격을.
They're pretty cool. So we fought a gang that used axes, and now we're fighting a gang that uses like 2 blades,
꿈을 꾸러 가도록.
2 knives. Get him.
이제
사선이
실력을 좀
피었어요.
내시네요.
시야 확보.
평소에도 이러면 얼마나
쏜다.
좋습니까? 아름다운 것. 헛! 그렇지 않은 것. 피어나.
Oh, that was enough to kill. Nice.
프레스 선택이었어 나리.
Alright.
장점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
Muscle. Oh, I thought that said muscle woman for a second. Muscle wound. Yeah, sure. Just auto it. You got this. You got this, team.
한 점만 노린다.
Not worried about anything.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 작살났다고.
I haven't been making a lot of clips lately, but ever since like Dawn's Canto, I haven't really been the only content creation I've been doing is doing reaction videos on YouTube, and that's comfy to do. It doesn't take up too much of my time, especially since I do like minimal editing or like no editing. I just record in OBS and then I send it straight to YouTube. Hostiles in the immediate hostiles in the immediate vicinity have been eliminated. Our collaborator, who's been hiding far from battle, quickly ran up to the side as soon as the fight ended. Are you unhurt, young master? Yep, I'm totally fine. Of course, our honored guest's martial skills were all exceptionally brilliant, but young master, your light was the brightest, even among the incandescent. This humble servant could not hold back his tears at this wondrous sight. To witness such excellent martial art from none other than the young master himself. What an unexpected surprise. But don't the children of the Jia family undergo all kinds of strict training regimens from childhood? It was simply my assumption that young master had ceased his training once he departed the family. Anyways, how do you think they tracked us down anyway? Ah, about that, it appears that we weren't exactly tracked down. Perhaps it may be that the ilk who lurk in these parts of the backstreets recognize the young master's venerable countenance. I don't think my face is that well known. Family hierarchy evaluations are nigh. Every soul living in Hongyuan must know the face of the young master, who is loved by every elder of the family. It must be that they are under the assumption that you are carrying something of great value. Family hierarchy, huh? Didn't Jia Xian say something about heirs back then? They all assumed wrong then. I didn't bring anything precious that the elders might be looking for. Young master, even now? I just couldn't care less about it, that's all. Besides, many of my siblings are much better fit to be the family hierarch than I am. Ah, that's... that is indeed a relief. A relief, is it? Ah, well, but of course, it is a highly dangerous endeavor to partake in the hierarch evaluations, so it is a great relief that the young master is not putting himself in unnecessary danger. I guess that could be a relief, sort of. Now that we took them all down, there shouldn't be any more on the way, right? Greg, can we not jinx ourselves for 1 second? Why are you laughing, Ryoshu? Now I'm worried. Please, do not concern yourselves any further. We'll take a more clandestine path. I guarantee a safe and easy passage to our destination. I still have a hard time buying that. The lay of this place would constitute a perfect place to set up an ambush in most places, yet you claim this to be a safer path? Yet I must ask you to place your faith in this humble servant, for Hongyuan is not like most places. Fine, for now. Otis shut her eyes for a moment, out of retorts, then turned to look at Ishmael. Hey, Ishmael, you have a pamphlet of this place handy, don't you? No way, you're actually going to read it? Why else would I ask? No, I mean, how could I not be caught off guard after almost a whole year of getting brushed off by everyone every time I plead with them to read the damn pamphlets? Like, did no one think to? I will find my own intel if you're just going to ramble on and on with your grievances. Okay. Yeah, fine, here it is. Otis opened the pamphlet and began intently glaring at its text, as though she didn't want to miss even the smallest detail of the information in there. Suspicion clear on her knitted brows. Yippee!
갈갈이 베어버렸어.
7.5 ambush Keshan. I've only got 140.
뛰어가겠네.
We were on a desperate run, all the while fighting off hordes upon hordes of enemies. Oi, what happened to safe and easy passage? Explain this shite. It appears that the young master's radiant countenance was made known. I thought we were finding a more clandestine passage? How come we're getting jumped by even more enemies? As I have said, the young master's radiant. At least try to give a little variation to your excuses. I cannot so easily say that he is being untruthful, given the disjointed allegiance of the enemies attacking us. Otis played with the pamphlet in her hand, clearly frustrated but unable to establish anything concrete. For people without a clear allegiance to attack a member of the Gia family, it looks like everyone in the backstreets has been getting pretty plucky while I was away back then. Back then I couldn't even catch a glimpse of their faces. They'd all be on their hands and knees whenever we walked past. Ah, what a wonderful change. Oi, shove that wonderful change up your ass, you bloody loon. How much longer till we get there? My Keshan is near. Calm your worries. Our guide seems oddly calmer now than he did at the beginning of this journey. Did he really get numb to all the violence that fast, or... Speaking of which, what's a Keshan? It is a term commonly used to refer to taverns, inns, and all equivalent places of lodging in this region. Lodging, huh? Like a hotel? It's gotta be pretty fancy then, huh? They serve like a complimentary snacks and drinks like the warp train? Not sure about that, but it seems like Keshans also serve alcohol and food alongside their lodging services. Maybe we can get a meal in there. And hopefully we won't be attacked there like this. Residential non-aggression taboo. Any mutual acts of violence inside a residential area building is within the particular area and floor of Hong Yuan. A taboo. A taboo. We may rest easy within then. I saw Faust's eyebrows slightly twitch as though she had heard the most ridiculous thing, but I guess I'll ask her about it later. Man, if it weren't for some kind of family hierarchy or family head selection contest, why couldn't they save all this fighting until then? Because it would be too late. Late how? Every hierarchical candidate must have brought incredibly precious treasures with them. It'd be nice if they believed that their own treasure is the most precious of them all, but everyone's going to try to take each other's just to be sure. I see. Just in case someone else brought something even better than their own. Oh hey, Astro. Pain. I read your text immediately and suffered. And might as well kill them too, for the sake of convenience. Is that how the folks in your family think? What kind of line of thinking is that? But other families don't seem too different from mine. Damn. Deepest apologies for intruding upon this most enthralling conversation. However, we may be inviting even further trouble by dallying here. With that, the guide pulled out a watch to check the time. It will be nighttime soon. Oh, I want to get the blue. How about this? Yeah.
죄를 새겨주겠어. 히스칼리파, 지금.
Yeah, get him, Heaper.
쏜다.
Oh, nice dodge.
어머해줘.
여긴 맡겨주세요.
어떤 상황이 닥쳐와도 포기한
전투운대 나서
너무 유치하잖아요.
뭔가를 준비해.
It's been a little moment since Limbus content, but we're back at it.
흐드러지게.
여관에 가면 또 한참을 떠드시겠네.
Do we have two waves?
다리에게 해줄 이야기가
We have 10
또
enemies, so we have more people coming. Okay. Let's save some of this then.
사격 개시. 살을 베어내고 뛰어를.
Yippee! What's he who playing? Wasn't he playing mouthwashing?
자는 위대한 일격을 기록하는 중이라네.
Ah,
이때는
9 more
버스에서
enemies.
해고해야 하지 않겠는가?
타겟 포착 1시 방향.
Yeah, get him, Honglu.
마침표를.
살을 베어내고
Come on, real shoe. Come on, heads. Let's go.
영원한 잠으로
Double. Oh, no double. How sad.
사선이 비었어요.
홍루 지원한다.
Oh, if it was the heads, that would have been a kill.
저들도
Oh,
내가 뭐를
well.
싫어하는 극도로 기피하는 것이 있었군.
입 밖으로 꺼내는 것도 조금 메스껍네.
Yeah, you sang Moidadum, will you?
전투 응대에 나선다.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요.
머리통이 작살났다고.
평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까? 아름다운 것, 그렇지 않은 것 피어나리. 괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
혈이
Death.
흉터의 결과요. 혈이 낭자오. 흉터의 결과요.
Season 1 identity. Why is he strong? Well, I guess it's because of Uptie 4, but... Now, here we are. Is this the place? After running through alleyway after alleyway, after turning corner after corner, we finally came across the site of several small buildings tightly built next to one another. At the center of them was a building lit with red lamps and adorned with a door plate with complicated looking letters and scribbled over it. This is shoddier than I expected. Hey, isn't this place a bit too trashy to house your precious young master? That is not our building. Please look this way to see where our honored guest will be staying for the night. I knew it! I heard so much from Hong Lu about the splendor or the... Huh? We followed King Tao's finger and arrived at a small warehouse of sorts, its exterior painted in black. That looks smaller than even Mephistopheles. Can we all even fit in there? Hey, that place looks trashy as heck! Even for us, let alone your young master. This is the nearest Keshan we could afford to stay in, at least among the ones that I manage, yet its locations in the back streets heavily limits the level of decency it can afford. My deepest and sincerest apologies, young master. Don't worry, we can't always sleep in decent places. Looks just fine for an overnight stay, well, to me. Are you nuts? Can that thing even fit all of us in there? Much did I wish to guide the honored guest to the family mansion in the central zone. However, the time... Oh, the sweeping wave. That doesn't start at 3:13 in the morning. I feel like we've got plenty of time to get there. Exactly. Don't we have more than enough time to get to the family mansion? According to the H Corp travel guide, the central area is only like an hour away from here. Has the honored guest traveled to District 8 before? Well, no, this is my first time here, but which celebration is this based off of? We had a New Year's celebration earlier on the bus, but only like a small one, not like a big event one. Oh, are you talking about the anniversary of Limbus Company, the second one? Then one must ask how the honored guest could claim to have the full understanding of a place merely by flipping through a book, when she hasn't had to contend with it in person. Innumerable unpredictable changes await in this teeming jungle of buildings, the ever-shifting structures, the constantly changing paths, ambushes from foolish yet vicious syndicates or even officers of the backstreets. Oh, we are beset by danger from all sides. Such bold, flippant approach to predicting the phenomena of this place is to court death. Even a toddler must know that. One fails to disguise his utter sorrow at the inadequacy of her wisdom. Is it just me, or are we all thinking back to Ishmael back at the Great Lake? Zip it, Dante. But if the guidebook lists a path, does it not imply that it is technically possible to reach there in time? Otis suddenly took a step forward. In her hands was the H-Corp travel pamphlet that Ishmael was talking about. I have faith that if our executive manager would lead us in your directionally challenge, he said, steed, they would be able to lead us to our down destination before night falls. Me? This does not appear to have been discussed aforehand. Very well, allow me to speak freely without frills. My responsibility is to bring the honored guests to the central zone and ensure the young master's safety. It is indeed technically possible to reach the family mansion before the night in the back streets commences. Technically. Yet not even one iota of danger to the young master shall be permitted. The mansion that had been so graciously bestowed upon this humble servant is not to guide the young master with haste, but to guide him with utmost safety. Oh. It is said that those engaging in the strategies and plans must remain wary of losing sight of their purpose, to suddenly forge on towards family mansion in lieu of necessary intel to see when these mobs of assailants which end so to wrongly prioritize the journey over the destination. You. Wonderful, truly impressive. You have all the qualities of someone I would trust with my life when devising a stratagem. This is the most fitting attitude for those who genuinely wish for the best of those who they serve. Really? You're just gonna start going along with him all of a sudden? I have misunderstood your intentions, truly. They have sparked my ire by comparing some of your choice words with my very own. Yet now my eyes have been opened to the honest loyalty that lies within your heart. This humble servant did not imagine in his wildest dreams that there would be someone who understands the fathoms of his loyalty. It seems that the young master had suddenly gained an eye for allies and fellowships. This is a cause for much relief in my heart. Listen to him. This one knows how to jest. They're basically best buds now. I may have lost my cool for a moment there. Anyway, this man speaks true. It is highly likely that we would be exposed to attacks of similar nature were we to continue moving at this time. She's just fully on his side now, isn't she? That's when I realized that she was looking in my direction. The exaggerated smile had all but completely faded from her face, replaced with an odd but dead serious expression when our gazes locked. She nodded. She must be completely turned around by that guy. Is that her way of saying, so long, I'm gonna quit and go work with this guy now? Thanks for everything. And as for this hotel, it is still much better than sleeping in outdoor tent barracks. We should be able to relieve ourselves of some fatigue here before moving on. Did you not earlier insist on continuing our search for a better accommodation with the greatest vehemence, Miss Otis? Yeah, whatever. We get your point. Let's go inside. My humblest self can only behold your generous acceptance of this insufficient lodging with the deepest gratitude. After all that serious talk, the man seemed oddly relieved to hear our decision as he brought the first fist and palm together. Architecture of today mustn't be judged with such haste merely by an observation of the exterior. The interior may hold aught to be surprised of. Worry not. With Rodian's surrender, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? We made our way into the building. Oh, ooh, this actually ain't so bad. It's clean in here. It looks like Kurakumo, kind of, actually. This place presents a rather classical aesthetic. The landscape paintings lining the walls gives off a rather sophisticated mood. and it's much more spacious inside than it looks from outside. Did they use some kind of space expansion technology in here too? No, it seems that the building only appeared small due to the density of structures in proximity. Well, the doors is now open. Should my presence be required, I shall be in the small shed next to this building. Please do converse freely. This man smiled awkwardly and quietly excused himself as the excitement among the sinners began to grow. Meanwhile, Honglu stood a fair distance from the guide, quietly watching his face as he left. His expression was enigmatic, as if he were gazing upon the clouds, the flowers, or even the wind. Yet there was no light in those eyes. It was as if they beheld a storm cloud, a desolate field of wilted flowers, and a howling, destructive gale. Do you suspect something, Honglu? So I decided to ask. Not yet, I don't think. Huh. Not yet. So, big brother, something felt off to you too, huh? Ah, it's his sister. That's when we caught a familiar voice. Wow, Shi-chan, it's you, and so soon too. Yeah, I told you I had a feeling we'd be seeing each other again very soon. Have you been well, young master? I'm so glad to see that you're doing well, Mr. Wei. Oh wait, don't tell me that you're staying here too, Ji-chan. I normally wouldn't ever set foot in a place like this, but I ran into some kind of large-scale construction on my way back to the family mansion. Had to come in through the back streets. So we weren't the only ones troubled by that random construction site. Ooh, hail to thee! Yeah. The confident look on Ji-chan's face was immediately replaced by that of alarm. Did she lose her memories again? Is she with you? No, Don Quixote is the same as always. But she looks like such an airhead. Young Shi-chan, was thou accompany me to the lounge for but a moment, so that we may share a moment of catching up? Oh yeah, actually, let's do that. Hold on. Jie-chan seemed to hesitate for a moment, staring at Don Quixote after hearing that her memories were intact. Before walking right up to her, I like that idea. Shall we, Wei? Why don't you go and find a room for me to stay in while I talk some things out with her? What? You wanted to do some catching up, right? Tissa, manager, Squire! Loss of critical personnel may be a cause for disciplinary action, Dante. I don't think there's anything wrong with making friends, though. Hehe. Looks like Shi-chan really likes Don Quixote if she's comfortable enough to tease her like that. It's not Don Quixote she likes. She obviously just wants Don Quixote's power she saw back then. My lady, this is hardly the appropriate place for... Fine. I'll try again later. Go get some sleep. I'm heading in too. Ji-chan sighed with a bit of disappointment before heading into the lobby. Well, let's all head inside now. So I and the rest of the sinners followed her into the lodgings. Yippee! Something's gonna happen and we're gonna have to fight sweepers. We know something's gonna happen.
갈갈이 베어버렸어. 이보다 정신
Suspicion.
맑을 데가 없군.
A lot of story nodes. Everyone was busy looking around and commenting on various things in our lodging, but Sinclair appeared to be the most anxious of them all. Sinclair? Something in here stands out, like, imagine an ideal picture. Did you call? He sang with the musical notes. Did you call? Oh, I missed that joke he sang. That's not what I was... I'm not... anyway, am I the only one who feels like something stands out like a sore thumb from the whole picture? Ooh, yeah, glad you brought it up. I didn't say anything because I thought it was just me. Radia, she's gonna say food or drink. So, what's so off about this place? Isn't it obvious? Where'd all the complimentary snacks go? That weird mystery tape at the center of this room. Yeah, Yeah, that's Roger. That's Sinclair. Uh-huh. That is kind of weird and dull. What's that table doing there? Its saturated colors are quite the pleasant sight to behold. So, is it any better inside? What the hell is that hideous table? Why is everyone mocking the table? The kerfuffle sparked by a particularly unsightly piece of indoor furniture calmed somewhat once made everyone inside the building. Ishmael is so offended by the table. Of course, no one was able to discern the real purpose of that table yet. Every step on the floor leaves black residue on the shoes. Not only the floor, touching the walls leaves an unidentified black substance on one's fingers. Not to mention how the walls ripple in odd fashion. What could possibly be the construction of this structure? Well, my guess is that the maintenance staff's been slacking. Maybe, but why is everything so neatly organized if that's the case? I've been enough to seedy enough seedy establishments to tell when a place has gone a while without a tidy up. At least it appears that each room is furnished with a bed. While this is far from optimal, Executive Manager, we may be able to rest here. Huh? I guess they really didn't have time to clean up. Ji Xuan, and the last person to walk in after having taken her time to examine the area outside the lobby, stared blankly around the room with an aghast expression. I'm not even sure what to say to this ridiculous negligence. Then found her room after leaving a scathing remark. It ain't the first time we're sauntering right into some shady business, innit? Let's just cross that bridge when we come to it, yeah? I guess anyone could tell that there was something definitely wrong about that guy. Some sinners, including Heathcliff, had already slumped to the floor, vicariously expressing their desire to rest with a collective sigh of exhaustion. Vicariously? I think it's vicariously. Well, it is pretty weird, but at least we have a roof over our heads. In that case, Dante, perhaps this may be a good time to announce today's close of business. I've never made this announcement outside the bus before. Oh, right. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. Understood. Thank you kindly. Starting now, you'll be given a maximum of 12 hours to partake in sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night. As soon as she finished, the sinners each began to relax in their own ways, some stumbling into their rooms, while others lingered to speculate over the bizarre table at the center of the room. Save for Otis, that is. Got something to say, Otis? Yes, Executive Manager. It's about our guide, Qingtao. Oh, your new best friend from earlier. Seemed like you guys were getting along pretty well. What? That is simply untrue. Do you not see the signal I gave you earlier? Otis is like uptight, but she does have silly moments, like in the Time-Killing Time story, where she was locked with Ton in behind jail cells. What signal? Oh, you mean when you nodded slightly in my direction? Indeed, that individual has an informational advantage over us when it comes to this locale. Regardless of how sound the accusations we came up with were, he would have been able to explain them away using his familiarity with the region. I thought as part of the party with the informational disadvantage, it would be wise to feign camaraderie and friendship with that individual and go along with their plans while trying to dig out as much intel as possible. I seriously thought that suspicious guy totally won you over. Executive Manager, I've been in this business for many years. How could you even imagine that I would be fooled by an amateurish spy who's been overly suspicious? It's nothing. Otis's disappointment was palpable, but she stopped herself as though she remembered that there were more important matters at hand. While it is uncertain as to how long that individual will be accompanying us, it would be reasonable to speculate that he may approach the LCCB with the explicit purpose of eliminating Honglu, Jia Beijiao, Baojiao. That's definitely not the right way to say it. Baiju. I present the fact that it was Pilot, that inexperienced greenhorn, who somehow conveniently came across this connection as another evidence supporting this suspicion. That's also true. Faust also has information to share. Faust joined the conversation after listening to us discuss for some time. A review of every known taboo has failed to identify one he called residential non-aggression taboo that universally prohibits acts of violence within residential areas. Then that also has to be, it is too early to come to conclusions regarding that matter. It appears that this area, Hongyuan, has taboos that change depending on your location within its territory. However, considering every other circumstantial evidence, we can come across to a conclusion that he was most likely lying to us. Your assessment cannot be denied. In that case, we must already be deep within enemy machinations. The constant stream of random assailants we faced earlier was also most likely a part of their plan. It may very well be that this building itself is also a trap, yet we lack the intelligence about this particular backstreet to be certain. However, we do have one minor advantage. It seems that they have severely underestimated our capabilities given the low caliber of the assailants they decided to send after us. One thing we can capitalize on is that mutual lack of intel. Keep our guard up, remain alert, and we should be able to navigate our way out of this trap. Executive Manager. Okay, I get it now. I am sorry about the misunderstanding. Honestly, I didn't know who or what to trust. Then I would appreciate it if you could trust me fully next time. Otis bowed politely and returned to her room. Faust and I chatted a little more about Qingtao and his plans, but our discussion ended without bearing much fruit. Oh, this is so suspicious. She's always has been, and especially with Dawn's canto about innumerable sins. Well, we're halfway. I wonder if we're gonna... Ah, it's called witnessing! Honglu's canto, the surrendering witness. I realized that Honglu was missing, and I was spending time chatting with this as I was spending time chatting with the sinners. I didn't notice him going into his room. So I walked to the exit, about to look for Honglu outside, and ran into Jiechuan and Wei, who decided to stay in the room close to the door. It's getting late. Where are you going alone without a guard? Oh, just looking for Honglu. He TikToks, you can't understand him. Right, I can't understand what you're saying. Oh, right. When it comes to conversing without the sinners, I find that there are two types of people. The first type usually says whatever is on their mind without pausing or caring to hear my reply. Given that this type of person isn't actually looking to communicate with me, that simplifies things a little on my end. However, it's also oddly insulting, as it seems as though they don't recognize me as a human, but rather a wall or a clock on a wall. Ahab, Dongrang, Hugo or Hubert or something? He was the head of T-Corp. And the other type is the one that reads me so well that they might as well be able to hear what I'm saying. Demian? Oh, Vigilius. Vigilius falls into the latter category. That makes sense. He recognized the pitch of my tics and talk, reads my body language, or sometimes even claims to see my expressions like how Don Quixote does. And Xie Xian, who saw through me with that short exchange. Okay, let's see. Just looking to get some early morning air? Or, does your prosthetic head even have a respiratory function? Wouldn't have guessed from the way it looks. Did not belong in any category! Man. No, not really. I'm just looking for Honglu because I haven't seen him in a while. You're shaking your head, so no. Then you are looking for something to eat? She's a new one. The type that tries to figure out what I'm saying without asking for help. My lady, would it not be wise to wake or find someone who may be able to translate? They would have done that themselves if it was something important. I'm kind of curious though. What was that hand gesture you made when I first asked? You, brought your index finger up to your cheeks? Well, Honglu's always smiling. So I thought maybe I could simulate his smile to convey that I'm looking for him. The Dante. Perhaps it was an effort to express cuteness or beauty. What? No, I was just trying to express the smiling face. No, this isn't going to be easy, is it? Huh, they're tick-tocking a lot more vigorously. Hey, I think y'all onto something. This conversation was starting to veer into a completely unintended territory. After a bit of trial and error. I see, you're looking for my big brother, huh? We took some roundabout ways, but I was eventually able to get her to understand what I was trying to say. Dante needs to, like, write on a tablet or something. Well, if he's who you're looking for, that's easy. You should be able to find him by the lounge back there. I doubt he got very far there. Far from there, if he even left. So, that's what you were trying to so hard to communicate. Jie Xiuan was strangely enough disappointed and dispirited by my reply. I did have something to tell you too, but never mind. I feel like the mood's been ruined. Let's talk about this at some another time. Yeah, no, talk now. Let me hear. Let me read. I was curious, but it would take ages for me to ask how she's feeling, so I nodded to express my gratitude before heading back to the entrance. And I found Honglu gazing at the hazy scene out the opaque window. What are you doing here? People watching. There were some people stumbling through the streets outside. And I stared outside the window at the scene. Honglu seemed to sense what I was thinking and began. Are you worried for me, Dante? Well, yeah, it's your turn, Honglu. It really is. I'm back at H-Corp and everyone's been talking about the family Hyrax selection. But you don't have to worry about me at all. Because I did not wish for anything from Limbus Company. Really? I'm not like he sang. I'm not hiding my true feelings. No one gave me a wonderful promise like they would help me recover my torn and broken wings. I joined only to have some new experience. That's all. But we do know that something is definitely going to happen, whatever it might be, something that will shake you to your very core. Even if you didn't wish for anything, going through something like that could... Probably, yes. But it's okay. I'm used to being led by the will of others anyway. No matter what happens here, I can't do this like everyone else. Because that's how it's always been. Whatever happens to me, or to those around me, I only... A loud, boisterous bellow suddenly cut Honglu off even before he could finish his sentence. Oi, let go of me! Just listen to that sod talking and tell me I'm not supposed to get mad at that. Dang it, lower your voice. What are you guys doing back there? They're listening in. Gregor and Heathcliff, who were most likely hiding behind the entrance door, tumbled into view. I knew I shouldn't have come here with this guy. Can you just be patient for even a few minutes before bursting out of here? How long have you two been listening? From the very start, of course. I thought he was finally making some sense at first, but what's that? That you're used to following others' will? Haha, I didn't mean to irk you, Heathcliff. I'm only telling the truth. Bloody hell, I'm about to burst a vessel! Holy buggy bloke, am I supposed to practice patience after listening to that drivel? I think I'm practically I'm practicing plenty of patience despite you calling me buggy bloke out of nowhere. So yeah, you are. Ah, Polo, welcome in. I have my bottle of hydration. Ah, that's not what I... Finally, some silence. Anyways, I was sorry about listening, fellas. I'll let you on some big secret if you let this one slide, though. What's the secret? Gregor rubbed his arm awkwardly as I stared at him in silence. Then pointed at a pillar in an exaggerated motion. Guess who's hiding behind that pillar, Manager Bud? With that, two familiar figures stumbled out into view from behind the pillar. How could you betray us like that, Gregor? Well, good morning. Or afternoon. I don't know when you woke up. B-W-A-H-A. Braha. Bug. How could you... Sinclair, translate. bad, weak, and highly annoying. Good night, snooze fest, she says. Thanks, Sinclair. Oh, okay, I guess Ryoshu didn't say that. Huh? Did I get that wrong? I never said GNS. When did you ever get a FU? FU? Huh. Interesting. Ryoshu looked at Sinclair with some interest before slicing open the ceiling above the entrance. Okay, and with an uncharacteristically wet noise for something cutting through a wall, a black ink-like substance dripped onto the floor, followed by Roger and Otis crashing down after. Ink-like substance? GTFO. Ah, I didn't realize I had garnered such a audience for my story. It is. Get out of here, Apollo! Get out of here! Darkness wins! Executive Manager, the sole reason I followed you out here was for the purpose of protection, as I was concerned for your safety. I am not like the others who have followed you merely to save their curiosities. An ink-like sub? Why is it wet? Why is the ceiling wet? Cutting through a wall. Okay, no, wall. No, it is the ceiling. Why is it... Okay. Me? I was just bored. That's so real, Ronya. Then shall we continue the conversation, Dante? I want to say this after, but everyone back to your rooms now. I'm so interested to see Honglu's voice actor get some time, because Honglu doesn't get a lot of moments. The most recognizable moment of Honglu was during talking to Sword about lying about Effie's death, Time Killing Time, and I would even say maybe Don Quixote. And he also had a few anecdotal stuff, but need more Honglu voice acting. Oh, we only have 5 people. That's interesting. What can I do? I guess I can go to testing 1.
주인놈 뜻에
응, 금방 가지.
What can I can make a bleed team. Yeah, I have the bleed in it. What could I make? I want to use this one so bad. She's so cool, but we want Slash, right? So honestly, maybe W Dawn could work. Yeah, we got a couple of charged units. If it's Slash, definitely this one. If it's dueling, this one, but we don't want charged missile. So I guess we'll keep with this one, even though he's PS. This one, she's got Slash, but this one has a blunt slash. Gregor, I guess we want Slash, so we're gonna get. God, this team does not work together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually.
각 정의원
해오던 대로 방송을 켜겠다.
Ooh, nice room. After that little kerfuffle, just as everyone was scattering to their rooms, Otis suddenly began to vehemently oppose leaving me all on my own. Are you absolutely certain, Executive Manager? Oh god. Seriously, don't worry about it. I usually took the night watch on the bus anyway. That is true. However, we are currently in an uncharted territory. For our team, we do not have much experience sleeping at a place where our safety isn't an absolute guarantee. Hey, we're literally right next door to them. It will take less than 5 seconds for us to come over when something happens. Do you not know that every second matters in emergencies? Now, Babushka de Camp. Let's get you out of here. Yep. And Roger dragging Otis again. Roger and Ishmael dragging Otis away. An oddly familiar sequences of events and words played out, and they eventually left my room, gently closing the door behind them. Finally, some peace and quiet. I sit on the corner of the bed, surrounded by silence, and allow my shoulders to slump for once. I don't need to sleep like the sinners do, but the fatigue doesn't go away on its own. I need some time to relax and empty my thoughts every once in a while. Dante lore? While I've gotten somewhat used to the pain, it still hurts like hell when I rewind the sinner's time. Oh! Wait, and the longer this journey got, the more frequently and severe the sinner's injuries became. They did get stronger, that's for sure, but so did our enemies, which means that my clock is always turning and turning without a moment to rest. So I think of the star. Before the great gates which I face with every revival, I witness its intricate engravings and feel its silent vibrations. Dante lore? Even after a whole year, I still am no close to understanding what they were supposed to represent, but by emptying my thoughts and just taking in the sights, I find myself calming down. Also, the wind is quite cool and crisp tonight. Wait, that's weird. Wind? What's this sudden chill? Something opened the window, but there's no way this gentle breeze could have unlatched and left my window wide open like that, and if it did, it would have made a pretty loud noise. Besides, this chill isn't coming from in front of me. I slowly turn around to look at where the window was supposed to be. Ah boy! Only to see a melted wall and an intruder slinking through this nail-found opening. Who are you? As though driven by some unknown survival instinct, I rolled off the bed. But there was already... Oh, the wall! But there was already a blade right at where my neck and head meet, and it's steel a shearing cold. Is this why the walls were like slightly melty? Or was it something else? Just a little nudge and I'd be dead even before I could even make a tick. I remember how worried Otis was to leave me alone. I thought she was just being paranoid. I should have trusted her judgment. Just as I was quickly getting ready for my final struggle, my final moments filled with regret about not listening to Otis's advice. I had no idea who this person is, so... What a pathetically thin blade. Too delicate to have the clock CIH, don't you think? Ryoshu leapt down from the ceiling and deflected the assailant's dagger away from me. She was just in the ceiling! But Ryoshu snuck in thinking I was about to see something interesting, but you're just some beast with steel. I looked up to see the ceiling torn open, dripping with vicious paint-like fluid, just as I saw earlier during my conversation with Hong Lu. Yeah, it was like, when she cut the thing, it was melty. Is that just because the building wall is like that, or is it because of the weapon? Executive manager, are you unharmed? And Otis peeking out from behind the gap. I, Otis, was the one who instructed Ryoshu that the ceiling had a room to hide in. Remember that! Shut up and help me. Ugh. Oh, I thought this was just some beast with steel. I could have cut this beast in half, sword and all, had I not been on the bus. All of your abilities were diminished the moment you were hired by this company, equally defanged and depowered, if you will. I suddenly recalled Hohenheim's commentary back at the LCE. I had a vague notion of what he meant, but now I was really feeling it. NFW, what is happening? Just as Ryoshu was struggling to stop that one blade, the thin intruder pulled out another dagger with the other arm and slashed at Ryoshu's neck. A beast of Hai Shao Pak. The intruder would have cut her throat had Wei not burst through my door. Who wields you now? I don't suppose dialogue is an option. Light enters, not the vast garden, yet falls on a star into its fathoms still. Is he singing the song? Yeah, no. The intruder reached into his clothes, muttering an odd invocation. Little shit, talisman. Wait, get it together. My lady. Just as the intruder's muttering began to grow intense, Yoshioan leaped into my room and struck the stranger with her fan. Were you going to let that bastard finish that stupid spell? They almost activated the Q-Corp talisman. Apologies, my lady. It seems that I still remain somewhat bound by that spell. Listen, you're no longer Hei Shao. You serve me now, got that? You don't have to let those things control you anymore. Oh, so he used to be part of their gang? That's interesting. Yes, my lady. My apologies. Tick tick. I fell limply to the bed with sudden alleviation of stress and pressure. Hey, are you... I can't understand them anyway. I managed to stop the assassin before he laid a hand on them. Fortunately... Got it. I don't think there was anyone else in here. Let's switch the lights on. Click. When the lights came on, we saw this one. This one's from a Mao branch, isn't it? There was a black bamboo hat wearing assailants on the ground. The walls that appeared solid before we all went to sleep were now melting away as if they were a viscous fluid. It is a cool hat. There is something wrong with this building. I knew that they must have done something to the building, but... Oh, it's a Heisho here. I'm guessing we're no longer in the residential area. We're gonna fight sweepers. This whole operation's gotta be spearheaded by someone with real power. This isn't just an ambush from an overexcited family hierarch contest. What I don't understand is, why is the Mao branch? There are better Haishou branches to use if all they want was to cut off the clock's head. Then they must have had a different purpose, huh? Correct. This one is from Mao branch of the Haishou packs, which means more of them must have infiltrated this building. They're not at the scale of the Z branch. The Mao branch always moves in groups. Therefore, their goal must be to kill every guest staying in this Keshan, including you, my lady. Then, we've got to get moving. We can't let them surround us if we want even a chance of surviving this. Dante! Sinners burst into my room, slamming the door open again. Damn, this door is getting slammed. Dawat! Thank me later. If we don't move our asses, we're good as dead. Yes. We don't have the time to contact the main forces of our faction at the family mansion. You know what to do when we're at a numerical disadvantage, right? It will be done, my lady. Jishuan and Wei immediately stormed out of the room as soon as they saw the sinners enter, as though they've been waiting in here for my protection. Don Quixote and Gregor stood red-faced and on our edge. Massault was covered in... Oh, whoa! Oh yeah, they all got attacked. Don Quixote, Gregor... So these are all the ones that are alive right now. Otis wore an inscrutable expression. I stand before you in shame, to have to borrow the hand of another to protect the executive manager. No, I should have listened to what you said. Extrapolating from the pattern by which the wars have disintegrated, it is likely that they utilized the identical means of infiltration for each sinner. Oh right, were you attacked by bamboo-hatted assailants too? Their ranks outnumbered many, Manager Esquire, yet for how many of them there were, they were unsettlingly silent. Verily, we were almost... Nah, not almost. I saw on the way here that some of us did get killed. Hailed straight for the guts. Rip Yi-Sang, Faust, a lot of other people. Sinclair's not on the list either. So what he said about fighting indoors was a taboo? Yes, a lie. How utterly cowardly and unjust of these vile cur to strike from the shadows. Alas, now is not that moment to ruminate upon their villainy. Correct. Besides, there's more of them waiting to sink their blades into us. Probably dead. Rock is also dead. Let's see these skills. Mao Feather Striker. Rupture. Without cracking. Excuse me? Without staggering? What does cracking mean? Is it this? What does cracking mean? Well, that's a new word we're gonna have to learn. Gain repressed bloodlust. Repressed bloodthirst. Minus offense, minus defense. What are these guys? On hit again to inflict 1 rupture count. When attacking with slower speed, inflict plus more. What are these guys? 1 unbreakable. It's a clashable counter. Oh god. I thought you were level 50.
답드리겠습니다.
검나를 내게 바쳐주지.
Notice you failed me.
여기가 엽석이군.
원더풀 선택이었어 나리. 저들의 약점이 뻔히
Can I level
보이는
my sinners higher? Or
자, 동료들이여. 자세를 갖추고 저들을 맞이하세요.
I might be able to
우리를
level my
가로막는
sinners
저시를
higher, but I
해치우고
kinda doubt it.
끝나지 않는 모험을
충전 기능
향하여.
점검. 당신을 정리하도록.
My sword's staggered, that's not good.
잠시 무릎 꿇는
Not
것을
good at all.
두려워하지
And
마시게.
she doesn't have enough.
침 바르면 남는다네.
이건 좀
내 앞을 막을 자는
2
없어.
people staggered. Oh, she's dead. Okay.
떠돌아가는 길에서
Can I level up my sinners? Usually you have to wait for a new canto to level up your sinners. Well, Ryoshi's still doing damage. That's good.
어디 잘 옮겨둘 테니까 빨리
Does she have
재생하고
15
돌아오십시오.
charge? She does.
이대로 모험을 끝낼 순 없지 않습니까?
Let's dodge this and use this. Go blue, 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 purple.
어떡.
You know what? This is just better. It gives skill slots to someone else, I guess. Rip Assault.
롱배.
Yeah, get him, Ryoshi.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이런
지금이
얼마나
기회인
Oh, and Dawn got charge. Greg is still alive, surprisingly.
한참을 떠드시겠네. 바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
내 앞을
Come on,
막을
Dawn,
자는
rip
없어.
space them. Dawn! Dawn, why did you stagger?
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Dawn, god damn it, Dawn!
누누이
Hopefully it's just
조심하라고
one way. Honestly, Ryoshi could... I got 11 more enemies! Bruh, Ryoshi's the only one who's competent. Masolt's dead.
아니 모자라.
Greg is dead.
여기서 쓰러진다면.
Oh, he got an yeah, that's dead. Ryoshi was the only one that was like good enough to survive. Do I really have to bring Dawn, Blood Fiend?
난 포기하지 않을 것이오.
Can I level them? No, this is max level. Okay, then. Maybe Sync? Sync? Maybe Blood Fiend Dawn? This one was fine. Masault, Masault has to be better. You are not good at all. Straight up. Greg did okay. I think having dodge is
좋은 것이
nice.
좋겠어.
Yippee! God, they look so cool though. This is the one with repressed bloodlust as well.
때가 있네요. 화가 나서 제대로 된 판단이 안 서는 모양입니다.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
God damn it. Dawn failed the clash immediately. Greg is staggered
여기서
immediately.
쓰러진다면 그놈이 날 얼마나
또
비웃겠나.
방심하다가 당하셨네요. 하지만 아직도 할 수 있으신 거 알고 있습니다.
사월을 번다.
조금 더 해보시죠.
Slash resistance is very bad this level.
기대해라.
Let's hear it, Apollo.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Ooh, oh yeah, in the trailer?
저대로 돌려보낼 생각은 아니시죠? 확실히 처리해야 합니다.
I may remember it, I may not.
여기가 급속이군.
That would be pretty funny. The reason so many people died was insurance. Come on, Otis, deal some damage, please.
기회를 잡았네. 이쪽에는 저자를 꺾어 넘긴다면 저들의 사기가 떨어질 것이 뻔하지. 돌격하세!
겁나를 내게 받쳐주지.
Yeah, she's gonna get hit by that counterattack.
시시게.
Okay, only 9 damage.
살을 베어내고
기회를 잡았네. 휘청이는 저자를 꺾어 넘긴다면 저들의 사기가 떨어질 것이 뻔하지. 돌격하세! 떨거지는 잘난.
Gregor, you have to do something. Come on, Gregor. He failed me, Gregor. Oh, somehow he won that.
급속이군.
Couldn't kill him though.
육천.
Is that the strategy people are gonna try to run solo?
벌써
Honestly, fair enough.
지긋지긋한 전투가 드디어
Dawn
하나
is
끝났네요.
is now competent at fighting once she got her SP.
벤다면 사원
My rupture team. New real shoe. Why?
그대로 무너져라.
Bruh. Okay, Dawn got it. Dawn got it.
자, 시시게. 잠시 무릎 꿇는 것을 두려워하지 마시게.
Damn, Dawn got free skill points
가르면
now.
남는다네.
이건 좀 과했나?
Ah, good boy. Oh, rip your Dawn. It's
자주 수인가.
real. Otis is getting beaten. Christ.
뭡니까? 이 바보 같은 전투는. 뻔하죠. 또 책에서 이상한 이야기를 읽고 따라하시다가 이렇게 된 거 아닙니까?
Honestly, maybe
어버이 때문에
36%,
잠은 못 자겠습니다.
16%, 22%. God, these guys hit mad hard when you're staggered.
내게 받쳐주지.
I don't know. I haven't been evading.
죽여.
어버이셨다면 죽는 것.
But like, I need to get my sanity up. Not my funny up.
항상 지켜보고 있었지.
Oh, did she roll heads? Very nice. Okay, Otis died, but that just means more skill slots for the rest of
이대로
us.
몸을 끝낼 순 없지 않습니까?
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
I did evade early game, I'm just saying. Also, someone died.
조심히 조심하라고 말씀드렸지 않습니까?
그 사람을 볼 수 있는 건가?
벌써 끝나가는군.
If you saw my first attempt, you would have saw that I evaded. I did click the funny character icon.
항복하겠는가?
It's just a skill issue on his parts.
어디 잘 옮겨둘 테니까 빨리 재생하고 돌아오십시오.
Ah,
이대로
they.
모험을 끝낼 순 없지 않습니까?
Does she have enough charge? She does. That should be everybody. I could drop her. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
벤다면 사활을 번다.
Rip Dawn. She's dead.
이거 부끄럽군. 이 파도 속에서 움직일 수 있는 건 오직 나다. 엇! 깨어져라.
I didn't get Dawn killed. She failed the clash.
엇! 자! 마무리. 이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
Honestly, Masol should be able to kill them.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
뼈를 깎는다.
Hey, the clash says favored or dominating. You better win that clash. That's a skill issue. If you don't win it, you already have the sanity. I can't do anything else from here. You got the sanity. You should win this. If you don't, skill issue.
우위를 점했기 때문이지. 내가 눈에 새겨주지.
육참. 뼈를 깎는다.
마무리.
Oh. That would have been an interesting idea. These enemies are increasing negative sanity cap for me?
이제 다음 열차를 기다려볼까?
Interesting. Wait. Oh, wait! Oh, wait, I have to clear that within 10 turns? Ooh, a challenge. I like that. I guess I should continue with this. Yeah, I want to go back and beat it. Okay. Okay, game. Adding some challenge. Oh, we still need to use the 5. If it was my choice, I would say the best way to win, probably manage your Dawn so you can get the skill 2. Yeah, no, that skill 2 is great. Bloodfiend Otis seems like a good pick. You're not a good pick. Gregor? Is Slash? You want? Fine, I can run the stream a little longer. If it's slash damage, it makes me want to run Zway, but honestly, if we want damage, that Gregor, if we want damage, this Massault. This feels like the right Ryoshu for the choice. I don't know, St. Dawn isn't bad. I do like St. Dawn, but maybe this one would be good, the new one. Because it's about speed. Because the enemy is about being fast. I'll go back this stream. Why not? We just have some more enemies left. I'm also probably gonna have to use more egos. That's probably my problem. Damn, Gregor actually won that. Oh, no stagger though. That's a shame. We could have just gotten unlucky. That is possible. I don't think Dawn won that, or maybe she got counterattacked. Favored, that's kind of a yikes, but I have to take it. Favored. You're dodging this. Favored. Oh, damn, Dawn, you got fucking... Damn, Dawn got out-skilled. That's a skill issue. I should probably reset here, but if it's only one stagger, I can deal with it. Damn, Dawn, you got skill issued. You got a skill free and got skill issued.
침 바르면 낫는다네.
I should dodge with you. Yeah.
이건
You
좀
do the
과했네.
55. Actually, you do this. You can only neutral. You don't have 12 charge, but getting the sanity is important.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Oh, nice dodges by Gregor. But Masol got staggered and Otis is dangerously low on stagger. Yeah, see, Ryoshu's putting in the work.
엄청나게 강한 일격을.
Favored. We need to do damage. We can't keep dodging every turn. 26? What speed are you? +5 speed. That's why. Jesus Christ. At least the guy with 10 speed is
내가
staggered.
눈에 새겨주지. 기대.
Yo. Apollo. I'll go back. I will.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
A full evade team? I don't know. For Assault, I could go Sway, but I want slash damage.
저기는 땅에 떨어졌네. 이제
That's like the main reason. I'll let you ego. Just a little special gift for Dawn. Just a little bit of ego.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
여기가 급속이군.
Oh, that didn't stagger. Sad. Yeah, go get him, Dawn.
이제 로신한테
Under the dream is within our grasp.
몇 번이고.
Oh, no stagger? And then she gets
이제
slapped.
실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
Ow. I think this one's under 10 turns. Nice. How many turns has it been? 6 turns and we have... Oh, we got 7 more enemies? We might not make it. But then again, we're starting to get more of our skill points, so maybe we will. I don't like Gregor attacking that, but... We want blue. Honestly,
끼어들지 마라.
Ryoshu could probably kill that with blue and then move to someone else. That's what Ryoshu can do. Or should I save it? Let's save it.
겁나를
다류산
내게
고통을
바쳐주지.
발치.
Oh my god, I got a bot? That is crazy. I never thought I was big enough for a bot. That's crazy.
기원을 갖지는 그대로 무너져라.
내가 그대를 기억하겠네. 나리께서도 그대를 기억할 것이다.
4 enemies left. Oh yeah, we got enough turns.
용맹하게 싸운
You
그대.
know what? Let's give Dawn a
고대로.
treat. Why isn't it the band Why isn't the band working? There we go, band. Dawn can offset, but I kind of want her to ego a little bit. Just have a little bit of fun with it. Is that enough damage? Probably not. What does Otis have? Otis has that, which is slash. Yeah, you know what, Otis? You get a little treat as well. You get a little treat. Just a little ego as a treat.
모든 업은 다시 돌아와. 네
Bam.
머리 위에 내려줄 것이다.
Bam, 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 bam. Come on, Dawn, kill it with your ego. Let's go. Oh, only 12. It might be enough.
로신한테
Let's
꿈에
see.
닿을 때까지 몇 번이고.
She needs 23. No, it's not enough. Oh well. We got enough turns. It's fine. Yeah, okay, Ryoshi, a little bit overkill. That guy's dead.
방금 전에 위대한 일격을 기록하는 중이라네. 이따가 버스에서
You know
회고해야지
what?
않겠는가?
Have some fun. Have some fun.
내가
Under
눈에
10
새겨주지.
turns. Are these guys level 60? I think they are. The last stage was level 60.
그저 하염없이
Let's
모든
go! The background.
그렇게 황홀히 피어나고
God, imagine if I did this with like 5 enemies on the board. Because that's only 2 enemies getting that much damage.
쏟아내라. 헛!
Slash, slash, slash.
맘.
Yippee! What? Who? Oh, the spoilers. I think we're safe for now. I'll go back later. Something tells me they're not fighting us at full force. At least we routed them, so hopefully that means something. Ah, where'd Don Quixote go? Hark, for I am here! Don Quixote rushed into my room from halfway outside. I had gone to espy if the other sinners had suffered as we have. Verily, they were indeed targeted as well. Most defended themselves well against the curs and shall be here post-haste, yet not everyone survived, huh? Young Sinclair and he sang, while it appeared if they had risen and battled, they were caught unaware by our foes. 'Tis likely that their demise came soon after tripping over each other's foot. How embarrassing. And young Heathcliff, he... Isn't that fella our resident mob fight expert? How'd they even get him? They didn't get me, mate. I'm good as new. Heathcliff? What's got you so gobsmacked, lass? I recall a blade piercing young Heathcliff in the back of his head. Didst thou not turn the clock for him already, Manager Esquire? No? Not yet, anyway. Blimey, so that's what this funny itch on the back of my... Heathcliff reached up to rub the back of his head, then crumpled to the floor mid-sentence. That's kind of cool. I ain't dead yet. Heathcliff's not breathing anymore, he's dead. How do you even manage to walk all the way over here with a hole in his head? Young Heathcliff! The other sinners are starting to gather, Manager. As pathetic as this force may be, we cannot spare any hands at the moment, Executive Manager. We must also join the others as soon as possible and assist them. There are sounds of altercations coming from the lobby. Gotcha. The clock turns as it always does. Sometime later. Whoa. Please hold on for a moment. I can still see some people inside the lobby, which was also in the bizarre process of melting away. Whew. Among them, I noticed Yichon, clashing against a figure wearing a bamboo hat. Going on the offensive already, huh? How come a big shot in the control of a Heisho pack decided to come after small fries like us? And behind in the black hat wearing assassin stood. I see that you have tracked me down, so certain of your own safety, but my master has already prepared countermeasures. There stood King Tao, our supposed collaborator who led us here, and Wei who was threatening him with a sword. So you were behind this. Ah, it's you. I sussed out that you'd be planning something like this, but you lacked the patience to pull it off. You're quite observant. I thought I had completely won you over. You must know that at H Corp there is but one path to survival and riches. Choose a family hierarch candidate and serve them with utter loyalty. But who in their right mind would serve young Master Baiyu, who has grown up with no hardship, he who doesn't possess even a single speck of ambition? You shut your bloody mouth, yeah? And you, rich boy, oi, are you just gonna sit there and let our bloke talk shite to your face? But he is right that I don't have any ambitions. Have you got no self-respect? What do you have anyway? Okay, everyone, shut up for a second. He's obviously taunting you. Stop indulging him. Wei, speak. I know that you have no means to wield a Heisho pack. So speak. Which master did you choose to serve? Who controls them? Ah, so they are curious. Stay your sword, Zilu. Another unfamiliar voice from the shadows. Ah, it's cool. I'll just the face. Reminds you of somebody, just a little bit. Young master, are you certain this is wise? Worry not. Worry not. They're destined to be swept away by the morning dew anyway. Who's this? The trajectory of their fate shall not alter course. Were they to witness me? The voice soon reveals himself from the shadows, walking into the light with a casual assured gait. Get out of my way, you're blocking the cool person here. Seriously? You? I see, you're... Allow me to grace you ignoramuses with my exalted name. I am Yuhua of the Wait, the Shi family? No, there's no way you're a Shi association. You're too lame. You're not cool enough to be Shi. You might be Shi family, but you're not the Shi association. You may know me as a very prominent candidate to the throne of the family hierarchy. Okay, I'm gonna go back so I can 10-turn that thing. I'm pretty sure I 10-turned this. Okay, let's beat it with this new team. I don't know, I don't love the team because it's like too fragmented between different factions. Like you got Poise. Is he Poise? No, he's sinking. That's Charge, Bleed, Poise, sinking. Doesn't matter. You might as well clash. Favored. Ugh, that's a gamble, but it's better than nothing. On! One head! We're gonna get your under 10. Oh! Nice move, Gregor. The same can't be said for Massault, though. Dodge. Struggling. Oh. That's gonna be rough for Ryoshu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nice stagger. You needed 2. He got 4 or 5 heads. Ryoshu staggered. I'm honestly gonna restart. Yeah, if Ryoshu staggers, that's like my big source of damage. There's no reason to keep fighting if Ryoshu's down.
Cannibal time.
I wish I had some snacks on me. I've got a... David. Oh god, Massault. God, I want to clash it. Wrong costume. Let's go with this one. God damn it, Dawn. It's literally your skill tree. Yet you still somehow won. Okay, more sanity for me. Greg is gonna lose.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
자, 동료들이여. 자세를
Okay, there's 11 enemies.
우리를
Oh,
가로막는
this
저
sucks,
시련을
yeah.
해치우고 끝나지 않는 모험을 향하여.
16 or 14. If I had my passive whistles, I could get sanity from this. I don't.
어떤 상황이 닥쳐도 포기하지 마세나. 저들의 공격은 우리의 투지를 깨뜨릴 수
You don't
없을지니.
have enough. I can't get my Ryoshu's damage out there. I could do this. and then start getting some damage out.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Oh, no heads.
무불아위.
원더풀한 선택이었어 나리. 저들의 약점이
Oh, god damn it, Dawn.
아니, 부작이 여기서 쓰러진 채.
God, these guys, you can't let these guys get the early lead or they start stacking up speed. Like, Jesus.
침 바르면 낫는다네.
Yeah.
이건 좀 과했나?
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Oh, we're not gonna kill that guy in the back.
꿰뚫려라.
He's been... Ryoshi's been dodging too much. He needs sanity. That's Ryoshi's problem right now.
벌써 끝나간.
She needs sanity. She needs charge. That's why you don't always want a defense.
저대로
Like,
돌려보낼
maybe you
생각은
get
아니시죠?
really lucky.
확실히
That's
처리해야
great.
한다.
But if you... Right? If you can't hit it, not exactly great.
된다면 4월을 걸다.
And we're also like halfway, which is
이제야 실력이
not
좀
good.
되구나.
We're staggered.
평소에도 이러면
실밥이
얼마나
타졌나?
좋습니까?
Damn, Dawn, okay. The counter's annoying.
엎드리도록.
But Dawn just heals, which is good. Greg is almost staggered, not good.
방금 전에 위대한 일격을
We only have so many
기록하는
turns.
이때는 버스에서 회고해야 하지 않겠는가?
Dominating? I don't like that. 3673. I do need to start killing people, so this might be it.
검나를 내게 바쳐주지.
우리를 방금 뭘본 것인가?
Okay, seems like we're winning duels. We might be able to get to under 10 turns.
그대로 무너져들.
Where did Gregor get that shield from? Oh, probably Ryoshi.
전투.
Ooh, nice stagger. Okay, I see you, Gregor. Damn, I should have went with the blue. Ah,
이번에
well.
가면 또 한참을 떠드시겠네.
Oh, I got him on
다리에게 해줄
ego.
이야기가 또 늘었군요.
But it's a waste of ego this early. Blue, 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 purple, purple.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Counter's the best on Don Quixote because she just heals it back.
그대로 무너져.
As long as we kill like one or two, we'll get on the time. Ryoshi's gonna rip through them. God.
벌써 끝나간군.
And Greg is helping.
여관에 가면 또 한참을 떠드시겠네.
Yeah, Dawn, give it to him.
다리에게 해줄
Give it to him,
이야기가 또
Dawn.
늘었군요.
Okay, I need to help bring stuff in,
Come
but
on.
I'll be back shortly. I'll let this battle play and then go to be right back screen.
그래, 그렇게 황홀히 피어나고 피어나고 피어나라. 꿰뚫려라. 슛! 자! 꿰뚫려라.
여기가 급속이군.
기원을 갖지는 않고 그대로 무너져라.
승부수가 먹혀들었군. 판세는 완벽히 우리에게 있었다. 정착지를 찾을 때까지 이 기세를 잃지 않기를.
Ah, my bottles. Yippee on the 10 tons. Alright, let's finish the story. 3 more nodes, probably. Is that Ricardo? Is that Ricardo? Why is Ricardo here? What is he doing here? Why is he in an H-Corp? Unexpected foe. Clear within 15 turns. They're gonna make me fight Ricardo. I need Blunt. I need Blunt. I need Zway Ishmael. She's 47. She's not up to, I need Zway Ishmael.
소재가 준비됐소?
Yeah, I could see myself putting that in the title. What am I putting in? Ripper Polo. Yeah, no, the mute tag is in my tags.
소재가
지정 보호.
망치를 쥐고
나를.
원하신다면
자, 해골.
이거 참 설레는구려.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I have the units. I just need to level some of them. Prominent? But of course, I claim control of a branch of the Heisho Pax. While you are wasting your time out there searching for the River of the Immortality or whatever. I don't even know where I'd even start to refute your brain-dead accusation. This is way beneath me. I don't even want to address you as my senior either. So who is it? Big Brother Juan? Nah, I can't imagine he'd ever be interested in someone like you. What are you talking about? I'm asking whose teat you've been suckling on to gain the control of the Mao branch. Because we both know for sure that there's no way in hell you have the means to control them, right? You little twerp. Are you sure you want to insult my height from where you're standing? Master Yuha? It doesn't seem like the mastermind of this operation was actually anyone important. Agreed. I can tell just by the look of that trader with the physiology of a physiognomy of a deceiver. This is a waste of time. Hey, Zilu, cut them all down. The mission was to assassinate them, to meet them in an open battle, to take the lives of hierarch candidates was not what was agreed upon. What the blah blah blah. Wow, I don't want to hear. Wait, that was too funny. Just shut up and do as you're told. I may fight to protect your life, yet I cannot do more. A high shout heeds no voices but that of the one who holds their leash. I'm gonna clip it after, don't worry about it, hey Vale. Looks like that Yuha doesn't even control these guys. There is an apt saying, often invoked in my homeland. A fox may pretend to the throne, but only with the blessing of the tiger. Shut up. Over there! Damn it, this is Heisho Pack is useless. Can't even get a simple job done. Master Yuha, the Haisho Pact was here merely as a backup plan. Our true strategy involves... true. This is fine. I have other plans to sweep you all away. But yeah, we know you're using sweepers, bro. Shut up. This is the second time this individual has made an odd emphasis on a variation of the word sweep. What? Are you saying that you bribed the sweepers or something? While their reactions may appear suspicious, that suggestion is almost an absolute impossibility. The head is at the top of the sweeper's chain of command. In other words, only the head possesses the authority to command them. Right, yeah, of course. Moreover, they are prohibited from touching, let alone entering any designated residential areas during the night in the back street. But does this count as a residential area? It's kind of ruined. This is a permanent, immutable taboo of the head, one of the very first to be introduced. The effort of going through a myriad of paperwork to ensure that Mephistopheles is recognized as a residential vehicle was ultimately to capitalize on this taboo. Yes, it is exactly as you say. What a stupid question to ask, making me anxious out of nowhere. That's soured the mood. Come, let us leave. I had only intended to have them see my face after all. Too bad I won't even remember them in a few days once they all get swept away. Shut up. Master Yuha? We best leave before any more unnecessary words are said. Why is Ricardo here? Why is Ricardo's picture in the background? Faust is right. These guys are acting way too suspicious to not have any scheme brewing back there. So overtly suspicious that I'm starting to wonder if they're trying to use reverse psychology on us into walking right into their trap. Well, when surrounded by nothing but uncertainties, there's a solution that usually works. Faust? Faust had intended to make this suggestion first, but it appears that you share the idea. Yep, so Otis. Yes, executive manager. We have 12 sinners, Jesuan, and Wei on our side. And I don't think the so-called Mao branch are willing to fight. Which means that we only have 3 enemies, Shi Yuha, our guide, and Zilu the assassin. We have the numerical advantage, don't we? You always make the most accurate read of the battlefield. What's going on over there? What's that tick-tocking noise? He left! Our woman guy seemed to have figured out what our conversation was about because he took a few slow, careful steps back away from Shi Yuha before boarding off into the distance. I've been thinking about this all day, but he sure is a fast runner. Oh! What? What is it, Honglu? Did you remember something? I did. I had a hard time recalling this because he isn't from my family. But I remember now. You're a big brother Yuha of the Shi family, right? Didn't that guy just announce that himself earlier? Anyways, Honglu, I'm gonna get that guy and beat the motives out of him. Is that gonna be okay with you? He's not from my family, but I'm sure big brother Yuha will be happy to answer your questions. Great, another thing. As your commander, I should probably say something cool to start off the battle, right? Wow, that's going to be so cool, like something straight out of a story. Otis said something like this once, that even if one side has the absolute advantage in the battle, the commander's words may be the deciding factor in who wins and loses. So I decided to borrow a few words from a book Hong Lu once lent me. It was a general who said it, I believe, destroy them all! Fair enough, Dante. Fair enough. I guess we're not fighting Ricardo. We are fighting this person who looks crazy. And I need to beat this under 15 turns. Target has rupture. Target has rupture, inflict, death, right, haste. Hit button. Then lose 1 stack. When getting rupture triggered by getting hit by an attack, gain 1 rupture count, take gluttony damage. Death, right, haste. Triple. Unavoidable. Passive, gain crushed bloodthirst. They do look cool. No, the fixed panic, vigor amount on hit, inflict +2 rupture, stride amount. Inflict 1 deal 10% on skill use. Coin power if they're 2 by 2 or more. I have water, don't worry. I'm afraid I got a blunt team for this. I might jump out. I got a lot of blunt. Neutral. Wait, who's this targeting? Otis? 16. 15. Oh, that sucks. That's not good. Oh, Yi sang with a skill 1? That's horrible.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
Okay, Ishmael. They are not very weak to blunt. Maybe blunt was the wrong plan. Ow. That was so cinematic. She disappeared. Oh wow, Roger won. I mean, sinking might not be a bad idea. Oh god. If Zilu gets 45 sanity, I'm leaving. Like, that's way too hard to fight.
어떤 상황이 닥쳐도
He's got 10 speed. Excuse me. Excuse-moi. That's struggling. That's unopposed. I will clash it anyway.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요. 하! 예! 최선의 방어를.
Isang, you failed me. You failed me, Don. Thal does indeed live. Well, I mean, they mentioned that early in Ishmael's canto, but we get to see her. Oh yeah, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. 45 sanity. That's not good. That's not good. That's awful. Oh, so it's not Ricardo? Well, that's got to be Ricardo, but we're not fighting Ricardo. Oh, okay, I just saw it. Never mind. Oh, okay, the level spoil. Oh, I guess I should have expected it, but... What do I go? Full Blood Fiend team? I guess. Maybe Sinclair. Honestly, Sinclair could work. Honestly, having Faust is huge. Having Faust is huge. That's actually huge if you have Faust, because 5, 6? Check the dispenser, isn't it? Oh damn, is Ricardo announced already in there? They did announce that in the live stream.
자, 해골.
원하신다면
지정.
화점에 두지.
자, 풀 뜯을 시간이다.
오늘도 부디 정신을 유지할 수 있기를.
Oh, I need to beat this person in under 15 turns. Oh?
어떤 상황이 닥쳐와도
Probably a patch. Guess so.
이건 못하겠습니다.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Dawn, can you I don't even clash that? Sang, maybe?
대가리 딱 떼도.
I really wanted my lust resonant for whistles, but oh well. the best thing I can do is get an evade, but I need to get sanity first.
뻔히 보이는 게로군.
She puts probably a mouse strike on them, which is all bad. Christ, Yi-Sang. She does look... I assume Zilu is a she, but I don't actually know what gender they are. They do look really cool.
닥쳐와도 포기하.
9 speed is...
못하겠습니다. 너무 유치하잖아요.
Nine.
정화.
I need to swap my team. Sinclair's not in it. It's Z-Lu, I believe. But I can see what you mean. Nah, this team ain't it. I don't know. Yi-Sang is probably good. I might switch Sinclair out for Gregor? What I need is more lust. So I can get Faust passive. Who's not giving me lust? You're giving me lust. Bring the best evaders? I do need evade, but I don't need everyone to have evade. Two. Honestly, people that can heal themselves is probably big.
말뚝을 쑤셔넣어.
지정 보호 구역에
자,
전가요?
화점에 두지.
Honestly, Massault is this Massault has a good passive. If you have free envy, unironically, Massault really good passive.
고통 없이 지식을 얻지 못한다나 뭐라나.
Okay, Yi-Sang. They want Yi-Sang to clash that? Honestly, maybe. Because if I get all resonance, I'll have enough. I might just have enough. I'll do this then.
대가리 딱 떼고
Let's go! I mean, I probably should have dodged it, but still, the sanity game. The sanity. The sanity. Ow, ow, ow. Faust is very weak to slash. He's saying you just need one heads. Okay, okay. I need Yi-Sang to put sinking on her so we can, like, lower her sanity, though. That's what I need Yi-Sang to do. Ugh. God, she's got the Ricardo flashing. They want Gregor to fight that. I have no lust anymore. That's not good. I just need a clash. That's all I can do. Yi-Sang is rough. Somehow Otis won? Okay. Let Otis cook. God, Zilu is so fast. She doesn't give you the choice to, like, clash. She's just like, she's so fast. It's like, no, I set the rules. Ricardo at least, like, gives himself, like, minus speed so you can, like, oh, let a bunch of people hit him first. But honestly, minus 34 sanity, we are winning this. Christ, Gregor. You're in despair. Deception? It's time using panic. If it is faster than deal 20 more, take 20%. If the unit take... Wait, so it's not even a bad thing for her if she goes into deception. Oh, this is risky. But she is minus 45 sanity. So, okay, you're not doing it. Isang! Why is no one faster? Why is she still so fast? Okay, I'll be back. Honestly, I might not even go be right back here. I'm just gonna be back quick. I do have water. Actually, I'm running low on water, but I still have some water left.
대가리 딱 떼고.
Oh god, Ryoshi needs sanity. Oh, Yisang's clashing! Oh, the stagger! Let's go! How many turns have I been? Like 3, 4? 4 turns? Wait, there's 3 waves? No. I know Ricardo's coming, but do I have to kill her first? No, this is a trick. This is a trick. I can feel it. There's a trick. There's a trick here somewhere. I can sense a sneaky trick. I'm not gonna use all my skills, but I don't know what health cube switches out.
기대해라.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Oh, come on. These guys don't get a clash at all.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Let's go, Yisang. Come on, give me an Ostagger. Ooh, 35 bleed? Not bad. Oh, were you clashing? Excuse me? I thought Yisang won that. Okay, you're switching out. Now we'll reach your second stagger bar. Is that what's gonna happen?
원더풀 선택이었어, 나리! 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
Oh, yeah, we're switching out. Sorry. Ugh. A strange tune crashes through the sound of this fierce battle. Is this electronic dance music? Something about it sounds familiar. Finally. Thanks to the merry chase you've led me on, I have slid ever so slightly further into the world of the bristly. Let's see. Title 2, Section 11. Ah, Row C. The punishment for those who dare to flee from the Middle's retribution begins by tearing their legs apart from the groin. I'll make sure you suffer for all my time you wasted. What the fuck is that blighter doing here? What the hell's wrong with you? You've been stalking us all along? Since when is chasing after a thief conflated with stalking? I'll have you know that I'm still banished from the world of the luscious thanks to you who dared to pinch my hair coupons. Well, what the hell? Where'd they come from? You guys are just pissing people off left and right, aren't you? Zilu, take him out. What an utterly insul- Zilu's like, are you good? Zilu's like, you don't even like have the brain cells to acknowledge how bad the situation is. What did you say? Do you not know that man? What's the middle doing here? Ricardo, a big brother of the middle. The man who slaughtered the sinners like they were nothing. The man who almost forced me to self-destruct. Faust, don't tell me I have to get ready for that again. No, not yet. According to the valuation data at the LCE, the sinners' powers had grown since their time at the Great Lake. Our chance of victory against this individual has risen to a meaningful degree to forfeit the battle before it even begins. But by how much? Enough to put our faith in the uncertainties. Alrighty then, enough of the background noise. I don't know what your business is with these thieves, but I've personally traveled all the way to the eastern part of the city because I simply must exact my vengeance against him with my two hands. I could have simply informed my brothers in the east and let them handle this, but that just wouldn't do. I was determined to see this through to the end myself, even if it meant asking a great brother from the east for a favor. So you there, half pint and his cute mini entourage, get the hell out of my sight. The middle's books of vengeance comes first. Half pint? Keep babbling that fat lip of yours, minion of the fingers. You don't scare me at all with your cheap hairdo and that garish as hell botched dye job. You're in H-Corp turf now. You're dead. Wow. Just wow. Bloody hell, mate. That's messed up. He just insulted. He's far too absorbed in his own foolishness to see he's walking into his own demise. Unexpectedly, Ricardo's face wasn't contorted with wrath, even after enduring that barrage of insults. Instead, he looked surprised. A moment of silence followed, during which he seemed to be absorbed in thought. I'm impressive. You just set a new record. You are the current record holder for how fast can I get written up in Ricardo's Book of Vengeance challenge, boy. You did it in 15 seconds. Then with trembling hands, he reached down to grab his Book of Vengeance, opened it and began to write something down on the paper, slowly and deliberately as though to make each stroke of pen count. Unfortunately, your audacity is terminal. I will rip your jaws apart myself as punishment. Boys, make sure that this little band of thieves won't get away while I deal with this pipsqueak. He just made himself a That's funny. So he's just gonna go deal with him, and they're just like, yeah, you guys, I got something else to do. But what the hell is this asshole talking about? Hey, Zilu is out of here. Who the? Actually, I don't care. Stop me if you can. Effective immediately, the punishment for all involved party and bystanders at the site of your crimes shall be complete and total extermination. I think we can slip away unnoticed in this mess. I don't think we've got much of a chance there. Ricardo practically rocketed towards where Zula and Shi Yuhao were standing in a burst of speed. But his henchmen had already begun slowly surrounding us as he ordered. Ready your weapons, everyone. Payback time for what happened at the Great Lake. Let's do this. Besides, I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch. Hell yeah, Ishmael. Honestly, Dawn's a great choice. Bloodfiend team's a great. Honestly, I have having Ryoshu blunt was actually a great choice. Let's do a blunt. Boom. Let's do a PS here. And let's do a green blood. Actually, yeah, let's do a green blood. No one's hitting him.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
슛!
다류 산초 경혈 80.
갈라지도록. 꿰어라.
알겠어.
합격장.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까? 어버이의
Okay, let's do
유치한
this.
말투도 도움이 될 때가 있네요. 화가 나서 제대로 된 판단이 안 서는 모양입니다.
Honestly, Heathcliff, go there. Dawn, you go there. Damn, alright. Damn, I expect them to be
좀
dead.
찍었네.
알겠어. 따뜻한 피 쏟아내라.
본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 일격을!
기적해 차려졌지 않는 내
Yeah, let's go,
내가
real
알아서
shoe.
처리한다. 해, 기원을
I guess we're gonna fight Ricardo.
그대로 무너져라.
TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. There was an explosion noise from a distance, and moments later, Ricardo landed before us with a boom. I heard that the high show of the East were a tough bunch, but that lady was something else. So why'd a woman like that suddenly split from a fight? Not my problem, I guess. She's getting written down in the book, though, too. Time to take care of what I really came here for. Get ready for a beatdown, coupon fees.
무기를 만드는 것만
Oh!
내가 어버이보다
Little
기어서
brother, what? Who are
저들의
you?
기세 등등하니 잠시
Dirty little
경계하세.
brother of the middle. What? Who are you? Ricardo's only at 2,000. Ricardo's only level 60 as well. I guess we should implode these guys first. He's not giving us like... Oh, wow. He's not crazy strong. Oh, god. Yeah, Dawn, go get him. I need to see what their weaknesses are, though, is my problem. Wow, even Gregor can clash that. Honestly, let's get some AoE in here. Blunt is probably the best. Yeah, let's do that. God. Not fast enough.
가족을 위해
I should probably clear these two first, but it's fine. Ah, see Sinclair. Free. Yeah, Dawn, get him.
산초류 경혈 5 라샹글. 끝을 낼 시간이다.
Oh, I got a serious skull buster from Ryoshu.
자,
지겹군. 이 몸이
Yeah, I
직접
get 'em.
승부하겠느냐.
Ooh, 200 damage?
방금 전에
You're
위대한
dead.
일격을 기록하는 중이라네.
You know what? Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. I don't know if that's enough to stagger. It's definitely enough to kill him. Let's have some fun. Come on. Come on.
대가리 딱 떼도
Get Miracolian. Yearning Miracala. Miracala.
그렇게 화물이 피어나고
Yup, yup.
피어나고 피어나라.
Oh, you're staggered? Beautiful.
더 먹어치워라.
Ricardo, your boys are kind of dying. Oh, Ricardo, you are not as strong as you used to be. Oh, well.
그대들 기억하고 있지
Oh,
않나?
I don't even have to aim for him.
눈을 동그랗게 뜨고 집중하면 저런 기분은
Punishment
그다지 어려울
marks.
것도
No more
없을
tests.
테니까.
Oh, he does have a different skill set. Or is this the same skill set? It could be. Well, it doesn't matter. Oh well, so sad. 15 versus 13. Why? Really? Don't only have 13? I might actually switch it to Ryoshi then. What? That's kind of crazy.
점 찍었네.
다류산 초경열 80. 갈라지도록.
Oh, he didn't die. He just ran away. Okay. Anyway, everyone else, jump him. Yeah, no, it's a fine time zone for me. It's just probably really late for you. Hello, Baba. We're getting fisted. Hey, wait, no, that's not.
조심하라고 말씀드렸지 않습니까?
I regret what I said. I regret it. I regret it. Complete and total extermination. The paralyzed made me think we were good. Can I do 200 damage? Why are you oh wait, no, you're targeting. Why are you not fast enough? Honestly, I'm willing to use Durante here. Just say, hey, Durante, Dante, do something. It's still hopeless. I don't want to restart this fight because this fight. I have to do a bunch of other stuff. Honestly, I think I'd probably just be able to stagger him. 23. What is he weak to? Pierce, blunt. Yeah, it's blunt. 90%. What I need to do is damage. Ryoshi's got damage. Honestly, I might not be able to get it. Because there's no way we're clashing this. Well, we can clash a few of them. But he's at 45 sanity, so that's just not going to be possible. Is that enough damage? No, he's all one body type, so AoE doesn't matter. Or should I go Faust's? Does Faust do more damage? 37. Faust heals, but that doesn't matter with this. This is the kill shot. Boom. 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 Boom.
대가리 딱 떼도록.
이것도 받아보시게나. 대만찬에 집중해.
Come on, get him, team. Get him. Get him. Come on, the blunt.
아차!
I heard a stagger. Let's go. Let's go. Technically not first try, but that's the furthest we gotten. And I don't have to fight him again. Ricardo was a bit of a joke at the start, but once he started popping off like that... Anyway, this jerk... Wait! A shout cuts across the battlefield, just as the sudden appearance of Ricardo was making things incredibly more difficult for us. Wah! Wait, no. I just immediately crying because that... Huh? Didn't that guy split? What's he doing here laughing his butt off? Yeah, you've got your sweeper plan. You finally lost the plot, eh? Failed plan after failed plan takes a toll, I suppose. Okay, Baba, have a good night. Oh, maybe. That was too much. But, I mean, how could I not laugh? Right? When after all that, everything comes together perfectly according to my plan. You hear this too, don't you? The sound of the city? The sound of the back streets? Do you hear the sound of crashing waves? 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 Is he? When the sound of the battle came to a stop with Shi Yuha's sudden shout, we all suddenly began to notice the low crawling sound of omen that had been swirling under the commotion. Something's melting, regurgitating, or perhaps boiling over. If not, it's seeping, it's siphoning, it's a trance that was once living and dead. Crashing, breaking, devoid of any recognizable stop, the lines between where it begins and ends blurred. Yes, like waves. Current time is 0321 hours. Then it's too late. The night in the back streets. We've never been outside the bus at this hour, have we? It was past 4 in the morning when we briefly set foot in the outskirts. So no, we have. This would be our second time. Though it must be noted that the time of day was not a matter of concern then, as we were in the outskirts. They're finally getting all swept away like trash. Oh, how I've waited for this moment. What's he on about? You can't possibly be thinking that the sweepers will somehow break the taboo to help you. Still missing the point, botched purple dye job. Zilu, let us leave to the promised location. Huh, did he actually scamper all the way here just to gloat at us and run away? Indeed, Shi Yuha gloated us with a confident burst, though he was finally ready to face us, only to turn tail again with an unmistakable look of relief. I don't get it. Does he actually believe that the sweepers will help him? Faust? Indeed, sweepers do not invade residential areas, however. What if where standing isn't actually a residential area? Are we above a sweeper nest? What are you talking about? Look, this place has got walls, beds, beddings, and... I guess the walls felt weirdly mushy and... melty. It wasn't just Roddy who realized what was going on. The other sinners all began to look around in confusion as well. I didn't think we were gonna go inside the sweeper nest. Oh, I guess like more like, oh, we would be at the entrance and we go in. Not that we... I didn't... Okay, that we're just dropping us. The walls of Keshan had all but melted away, leaving nothing behind. As though the place we slept the night in was but a house and a painting. Our realization came too late, as the wave-like noise from earlier had already encroached right up to where we were. And unlike the other times when they'd simply paw around the bus, we were cutting straight into the remnants of our lodging. Free. 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 1, 5, 5, 5. Oh boy. What's going on? Why? This is ridiculous. Sweepers, how dare they break the taboo so brazenly? Looks like I'll be facing the waves tonight. But why do you sound so excited about this? We've got to... Let's make some things clear. It's clear that if we do nothing but stand around, they'll sweep us all away. 4151919 Damn it, we have to make our stand here. Ah, boy. Sweeper. Oh man. I wonder what they're weak to. Oh yeah, we fell. If we didn't fall, it feels like we fell. Gee, oh. Oh, they're Pierce weak. That's nice. Our team will actually do just fine if they're weak to Pierce. Gluttony is a little bit harder to come by though.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Ah, there's an actual way. Oh, hey, Ricardo's in the
어떤
back.
상황이 닥쳐도 포기하지 마세나.
Wait,
저들의
this
공격은
is so
우리의 투지를
cool.
꿰뚫을 수
Wait,
없을 테니.
this stage is so cool. Oh, it's not focused. Okay, so it's like this.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
Oh wait, Ji Shanxi is with us. What? I did not expect her to be here. Wait, she's here. Oh, sister.
우주의 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
What is she? What are they weak to? City Sweeper B. Bleed,
다리에게
bleed,
해줄
bleed.
이야기가 또 늘었군요.
Lower user stagger. Bleed, 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 bleed. Damage taken minus. Yeah, Turner. And if anyone died, heal 5%. On kill, heal 2 to 5. Heal SP equal to. You heal SP when joining after wave 2. Enter with 30 SP. Oh yeah, this is actually a little bit spooky. But we are getting whistles activated, so I feel pretty nice.
피는
본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 일격을.
꿰뚫리고 쏟아.
Yippee! Chroma.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Oh, hey, Polo. Something's happening.
위대한 일격을
Ooh, 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 of them. I need some AoE. This guy doesn't have a lot of health though. That guy has only 111.
가족을 위해
Come on, Otis. Let's go. Maybe I should have activated whistles one more time. I don't know what the turn requirement for this is.
다류산 초평을 80
해야 할 고통.
갈라지도록. 흐르는 피가 으타 더 먹어치워라. 어쩐 일로 진짜
Are the
도움이
secret
되는 걸
words hydrate or dihydrate?
이대로 몰아넣으시죠.
Ishmael. Is it Skullbuster or is it Serious Skullbuster? I don't need Serious Skullbuster.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Yeah, got him, Dawn.
다류산 초평을 80 갈라지도록.
Oh, Dawn is so good. She has just that little bit of AoE on that skill too, as well.
끓여.
Hongwoo's sister's also kind of just chilling in the battlefield.
방금 전에 위대한 일격을
What?
기억하는 중에
I've only made it through one wave? What do you mean there's 2 more waves? How many turns am I supposed to beat this in? Well, Hongwoo's sister's still alive somehow. Thorns. Do I just kill him or 140 health? It was kind of a waste to use it on him, but How do I get this? I need green. Okay, we get everyone.
가족을 위해 찢겨라.
합격장.
원더풀한 선택이었어 나리. 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
Let's go, Yi-sang.
자,
Oh yeah, nice job getting through Ryoshu's shield. Not.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
Ah, it's so cool.
기원을 가진
This isn't even Honolulu's Kanto. This is just the intervallo up to it. Oh, god damn it, he healed. Ah, well. Ah, wave 2. Are we getting like pushed out?
여관에 가면 또 한참을 떠드시겠네.
Oh boy.
다리에게 해줄 이야기가 또
Yeah, and they
늘었군요.
start at 30 sanity. That's great. That's hunky dory. You know what? We need to get moving. We need AoE. We need to get this. We need to get on the move.
가면 꾀맨끈이 떨어졌나?
We need to get a move on.
죄인인가?
산초류 경혈 온 라샹.
쏟아내라.
그저 하염없이 모든 피를 먹었고. 그래, 그렇게 황홀히 피어나고 피어나고 피어나라.
Oh, it's not enough to stagger. Oh well. It's fine. We accounted for it.
알겠어.
Come on, Yi-san, get him.
이제야 완성되었나?
Ah, she got the mask on. I want to check their passives for something. Ooh, nice dodges. Honglu's sisters somehow still alive? Crazy? Yeah, you're helping, honey, sure.
방금 전에 위대한 일격을 기록하는 중이라네.
There's 14 of them, excuse me. Does she have attack weight? I imagine she does. She got a mask on. I need to use more AoE, but what are they weak to? Pierce? Yeah, Dawn was piercing.
대가리 딱 떼도 기대라.
따뜻한 밝으로 엎드리도록. 아류 산초 경혈 육식 찢겨라.
먹기 좋게 차려졌지 않나.
여관에 가면
God, there's so many of them. This is only wave 2.
다리에게 해줄 이야기가 또
Surely I have
늘었군요.
like 15 turns or something. I need a green for... Oh, someone staggered. Isang!
떨거지는 잘라낸다. 아류산초 경혈 60 찢겨 쏟아내라. 흐르는 피로군.
Ow, 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 ow. That's a lot of coin. Excuse me, mister?
누누이 조심하라고 말씀드렸지 않습니까?
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Oh, come on. Gregor need to hit someone else that could give him more health. Okay, never mind. Greg is great. Ooh, come on, Holy Sizzler, come on. Yeah, win that clash. Oh, she's still fighting? Okay.
지금이다. 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
위기를
four more.
극복하고 시련을 헤쳐나가는 해결사에 대한
I don't want to use it,
로망은
overuse it, but
득했습니다.
dominating that one.
고의로 이런 상황을 만드는 건
That should be
제발
enough for this
그만두시면
group.
안 됩니까?
And then I have Dawn's. And then I got Dawn's ability.
아류산초 경혈 60 꿰뚫리고
I thought their numbers would have went down a little bit after the library.
꿰뚫려라. 쏟아내라.
Yeah, let's go, Honglu sister. Beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. Why is they getting a free attack when he sang?
이제야
Let's go, he sang. Let's go. Bang. I wonder if they buffed Honglu's sister since the Dawn's Canto. One more wave. Who are we fighting? Wave 2 complete. Wave 3 incoming. The battle was long and grueling. Even Ricardo and his henchmen appeared visibly exhausted after the second wave. Big bro, we messed up. We never should have put you through this trouble in the first place. Don't worry about it, kid. Taking a brother who came all the way from the south and guided him safely through the labyrinth that is H-Corp. I say you've done more than enough. No one could have expected that to be fighting the sweepers of all things. If we're able to withstand the sweepers' enemies that could give even the middle trouble, practice makes perfect and perfection makes an expert, huh? I guess Honglu wasn't too off the mark. Man, we would have been swept away by the horde if we were still new at this. Ishmael, who was taking this brief downtime to check the sharpness of her harpoon, was right. We've been through something like this before, fighting against an endless horde of enemies, long battles of attrition. It wasn't nil. And that very experience was definitely an edge we had against these enemies. Of course, when we even handle third wave at this rate, there is no choice to withstand it. Nothing was certain just yet. We still had the third wave to survive. I'll carry all your sentences as soon as we survive the third wave. Even when we're all basically in the same boat, that guy just can't help it but have it out for us, huh? But I have The third wave begins, and with it, the buildings suddenly begin to shift violently. What? Hold on, what's going on? The buildings are shifting! What's happening? I remember asking all of you guys to read the damn pamphlets. Buildings inside H Corp shift every once in a while. I didn't know it would be like this, but still. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that the building we're in is shifting by much, Executive Manager. As soon as Otis finished, an errant building suddenly jutted violently from the ground, rising in diagonal bursts and struck Ricardo square in the chest, sending him blasting off into the skyline. Damn you! Mark my words, this is going in the books! This is going in the books! Ricardo wasn't the only one that got practically punched by a building. Big wrong! The henchmen of the middle, who had formed a defensive square to withstand the waves, were blasting off in all directions. Or maybe they were falling, I wasn't sure anymore. What is happening? The movement of the buildings has significantly reduced the enemy population in this area, Dante. This is an opportunity. Now that those irritating bastards are off our backs, I think this is definitely more doable now. I can feel the spirit rising among the sinners. Come on, let's do this. We've done this kind of fight 1,000 times. Let's go! Ah, final push. How many turns? 10 turns, 12 enemies. Is that ascended? It is ascended. Oh boy. Now what I'm gonna do... Evade. Blue. Blue. Yeah, we're going that one. Dominating? I don't trust it. We don't need more AoE. We have plenty of AoE here. I'm not gonna risk it. Gregor needs to heal. Let's go, Don Quixote. Stab. 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 Let's go.
그저 하염없이 모든 피를 먹은 그래 그렇게 황홀히 피어나고 피어나고 피어나라.
Oh, they just died straight up? Okay. I did not have to put as much as I needed to in that fight then. Ooh, the stagger will kill. Ow, ow, ow.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Ah, he's not dead, excuse me. A little bit of a waste of a skull buster, but it's whatever. A bit of a waste of a skill-free Gregor, but hey. Come on. Come on, Dawn, give me another one. You know what? Just to make sure we beat this. Yeah, just 6. These are the last 6. You know what? Just so we can make sure we beat this. Go get them.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Yeah, Dawn. Oh, no heads on the first one. That's a little rough. Come on. 1 head, 2 head. 3 heads. Oh, not killed, but they are very damaged. And then Dawn AoE's on them. Okay, Dawn, I see you.
지금이다. 해골바가지 거미 대가리.
Yeah, skill buster. Yes, he's get him. He's staggered. How is he fighting? I think it's the egg. There's like an egg symbol there. Come on, one left. If it was within 10 turns, I'll be very sad. Oh well.
여관에 가면 또 한참을 떠드시.
You're dead, you're dead.
다리에게 해줘야 된다. 돈으로 하며.
This isn't even the final node yet. I think we still have like one or two more nodes. I don't think we killed all of them, but we survived. Survived. Not victory or defeat. Survived. Was that the last of them? Current time is 0424 hours. About 10 minutes until the night the back truth ends, but we can relax now, given how we survived the third wave. The buildings are also no longer shifting. Stability has been restored. We did it, Executive Manager. But bloody hell, finally. The sinners all collapsed due to the ground from exhaustion. There was a Keshan here, but it's gone now, despite the fact that we haven't moved at all from our initial positions. There wasn't even a trace of it having been here. We realized that we'd been relocated on top of a roof, as though we had all just wakened from the dream of sleeping in a building that never even existed. That was one hell of a battle. I thought I was done for. This is killing me. I don't know if we could have survived that if that obsessed loon wasn't here to draw some of them away. I guess we've got something to thank him for. So that's all they've got in a head-on battle. Art thou acquainted with these foes, young Ryoshu? OFC. I've heard of them. The scent of blood twas faint, but it cannot be. No. 'Twould be best not to linger over long on this fort. Why not dig deeper? Letting ephemeral inspiration slip through your fingers is the death of creativity. I said I won't linger on it. Don't rush me. Whatever. Oh, uninspiring. Guys, now's not the time to bicker. Ryosho and Don Quixote's words were indeed unnerving, but we'd have plenty of time to discuss that once we return to the bus. If we can return in one piece. I'll be frank, that was impressive. I thought for sure you'd have been long swept away by now. Shut up. Yuha must have been waiting somewhere nearby to watch us die because it did not take long for him to reappear before us. Perhaps they agreed upon a new deal while we were fending off the waves of the sweepers. The Mao branch and Zulu were both approaching us in an intimidating gait that contrasted with their earlier passivity. Damn it. Executive Manager, we've had too many high-risk, high-fatigue battles in succession. I hate to offer such disloyal advice, but it may be wise to avoid this battle at all costs. That doesn't seem like an option to me. I looked around. Most of the sinners were either dead, trampled, and chopped to small, unrecognizable pieces. They were barely holding on at best. I can bring them back, I always do. But when they've completely surrounded us, I don't know if I can bring them back in time to protect me. They might just cut the sinners down as soon as they get back up. What about Hunglu's family? Well, this was well within my predictions. I can simply finish off anyone that hasn't been swept away. Please shut up. Why? You really want to make swept away puns? He clapped. Now a stage is set for my ascension. For the next 10 minutes, no sweepers, let alone anyone, is coming here. You know why? Because who in their right mind would leave their homes when the night in the back streets is still ongoing? And looks like even that annoying idiot from the middle's been taken care of too, somehow. Somehow, so he didn't do it. Someone else did. How much of this was your plan? How much, you ask? The whole thing, of course, all the way back to that construction site that blocked your path. Yeah, but you didn't calculate who moved the blocks. The one who deceived that unscrupulous fool of your company. It was me! It was me, Dion! The one who put the pitiful Qing Tao, who doesn't even have a family name with you. It was me! The one who contracted the triax off the challenge for a duel. It was me! It was me, Barry. Reverse Flash reference if you don't get it. And guess who it was that relayed your real-time location to all kinds of forces in the district? Yes, it was me. In this trashy lodging without a residential permit, all devised by none other than yours truly using Q-Corp's technology. I see. Oh, it's so good. It was so good, wasn't it? What a perfect strategy. What did you think? Aren't I great? Aren't I so utterly clever? This is exactly why I deserve to be the next family hire. A folly to speak those words. Excuse me? An unfamiliar voice echoed from the dark. There was neither an animosity nor hospitality, only utter serenity and nothing else. The speaker approached us, walking under the narrow ray of moonlight that shone between the shifting buildings. In his hand was a decapitated head illuminated by the pale light. Blood dribbled from the severed head, and the wide-open eyes remained frozen in its final moments, filled with utter terror. He walks towards us in step with the drip of the blood. Is it? No way it's Hong Lu's brother. It can't be. Yashu? Who are you, sir? Who's this? Who are these two? Jiashi-chan. Jiashi-chun. It's not the other brother, but it's part of the family. I knew you. Wait, who's this? Oh no, it's okay, it's sister. I knew Yuha was working for someone. It was him. Yuha. Why do you have Qing Tao's head? Jiang Chu. I can't do a voice for this, man. I have brought back the wayward pet to his master, that it may once again be leashed. There is a serpent, my lord. Leave it. We needn't shoo it away. What? You alone the Heisho pack so that you alone the Heisho pack so that you may simply get in their way. No more. I see. There was a sudden change of heart once you held the leash in your hands. That to return to the Shi family side would be to your benefit? No, you knew everything all along? What I must ask is everything to you. Your vision is too limited for my lord's wisdom to comprehend. The wise fails to peer through the narrow-sighted eyes of the fool. But if by everything you refer to how you feigned abandonment from the Shi family to secure my lord's trust, indeed, it could be said that we do know everything. Don't kill me, please don't kill me. Share with you my most guarded secrets. The Shi family, the 10 Blades of the East, yes? But Shi Yuha couldn't speak no more. The purple! For a serpentine blade struck from the Umbra and separated from the Umbra? Purple tear techniques? From his torso with ease. Wait. Yeah, I keep having to check in the names. Little Yuha. Have I not warned you time and again to guard your tongue against the creeping desperation? I believe that we have gathered the intelligence we had hoped to collect, my lord. You needn't pursue the serpent, Zilu. Yes! He's gone. That guy is gone and Zilu remains. His voice boomed as he commanded those who appeared to be his officers. The tall, built man took a ponderous step away from the shadow that stood before. I wonder if we're gonna hear his voice in Hong Lu's story, or if this is just gonna be a little intervallo bit. Man. With an enigmatic expression, he wordlessly looked at Yuha's decapitated head, now lying on the ground, and at us. It was as though he was gazing upon the clouds or blades of grass. I shall take them with me. He picked up Yuha's decapitated head before gesturing at his officer with a nod. Ah, here it is, my lord. Wrap their heads with stasis wraps, and decomposition won't set in any time soon. And with those bandages, he begins to wrap them up in a practiced motion. He does not pay us any heed, as though we weren't even worth the attention. Return to me once you are finished here. Yes, my lord. Hold on, you can't just show up out of nowhere. He did not reply, his eyes gazing, yet reflecting nothing but hollow emptiness. And just as he had emerged from the darkness, he vanished into the shadows, carrying 2 decapitated heads. Just decapitate them, okay, and then just takes their heads with him. Alright, okay.
오랜 목마름도
Oh,
어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는
we're
생각나지
not
않는다.
finished yet. Okay, we're not finished yet.
가릴 것 없이
Last
마음껏
one.
마셔. 그게 우리가 이룰 수 있는
Ah,
유일한 꿈이니까.
Holmes Canto, come sooner. Tick tock, tick tock. Things weren't looking any better. I could instinctively tell that they were different from anyone or anything we'd faced in Hongyuan so far. I don't suppose our lord left them alive only for us to slay them. Then perhaps it would be apt that I introduce myself as a common courtesy to do so. Call me Zigong. I am but a humble servant of my lord, Master Chu's teachings. My lord, Master Chu. Somehow I was reminded of the discussion Qing Tao refused to finish. But when the far one comes, betwixt the burnt door shall a star fall astray. As for the song, it's a song that became rather popular in the backstreets in the recent months. Oh yeah, the Chen family? To discuss, I will share the tale in more appropriate settings later, should we come across it. Name's Dante, I'm their manager. Yeah, but you tick-tock, unless... I decided to speak up, struggling through the pressure. I instinctively knew that we had to find out as much as I could about that man from earlier. They introduced themselves as Manager Dante. I see. Your candidness is appreciated. Zilu, withdraw the Mao. It seems that we need not contend with them at the moment. Very well. It seemed that they had the very same thought about us. Now, is that sufficient proof of our intent to engage in brief discourse? To discuss some matters with you to mark a courtly ending to this encounter should be a benefit to us for the prospects of our future. So, ask away, as they say. So, that's when Shi-chan stepped forward, after having retreated from the domineering presence. So, that's what those suspicious songs I heard in the backstreets were about. It's about you guys, wasn't it? So, are those lyrics true? Ah, so that is what you wish to know. Zishan of the Jia family. It is said that you possess talent in rhetoric, yet walk a path beclouded by concern and anxiety. Truly, your insignificance precludes your part in greatness. Wait, don't speak for me. I would have been the first to say anything if I thought she was wrong. Yes, my lady. Yuha, you're the one who sent him after us, right? Close, yet not exact. He was an agent of the Shi family, sent to spy on my lord's doings. We had bestowed him control of a Heisho pack, for we had found his conduct shallow and saw a means of learning more of the Shi family's machinations. Yet it seems that once granted power, the boy mistook himself for a man with the wherewithal to represent the Shi family. So you used him, just as he sought to use us. Though he was quite shallow in his strategy compared to our own. So, what now? I don't think you're looking to kill us, right? Now, nothing. Do whatever it was that you had sought to accomplish here. You're letting two of your master's rivals go, just like that? What a strange thing to say. Look around as I might, I fail to see any rivals here. Damn. Then why did you order Yuha to attack us? You said it was yourself. We're not even your rivals. The manager inquires why you commanded Yuha to carry out this assault against Limbus Company. They fear, yet they seek to gain understanding through that fear. Yet they remain wanting in a certain perspicacity. My lord has always said that if one learns naught from a plight, then no discourse with them shall bear fruit. Then no discourse. If one learns naught from a plight, so they were testing us. Okay. Instead of giving me a straight answer, Zigong left me with only a puzzling comment before she brushed past us. Because if they wanted to eliminate us, they're saying we could have. You saw that. We very much could have let you die, but this was more like a test? I have given you courtesy enough. This is a good time for us to depart. Now, do stay nicely within your borders as you have remained there thus far. I would greatly despise an odd splash of ink marring the great painting. With that, Zigong walked into the shadows cast beneath the forest of buildings. Zilu and the countless Heisho that had surrounded us also disappeared with them. Finally. I looked around just in time to see Otis collapse while the rest of the sinners lay dead or barely claimed alive. And there was Jiexian, who had collapsed to the floor as well, and Wei, who was tending to her wounds. And me, who somehow survived through all that without getting decapitated. And the night that put us through multiple brushes with death came to an end. The day breaks. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything that's happened. That big brother Chu, I see. Once the day broke, we decided to take a quick walk outside to recover a little from the exhaustion of the night. It was also to decide our course of action from here on, and we also had to decide if we wanted to travel with Jichuan, with whom we shared our destination. Hello? Did you forget how to make a concerned face or something? How are you maintaining that irritating poker face throughout the whole conversation? Haha, of course not. Classic Gia family secrecy, huh? Always hiding something, and I bet you are too. If you are, you better spit it out now. I don't have the time to casually stroll about with my to-be enemy. Shi-chan, as I've always said, the seat of the family hierarchy is of no... Fine. Even if you're lying, I do know that you haven't prepared anything for your assignment anyway. Changing the subject. Jishuan, who was chatting with Honglu, methodically slowed down enough to walk right next to me as though she was executing the steps of a plan. You lead my brother's faction, don't you? About what I wanted to talk to you about earlier. I guess I do. For now, I guess. Earlier? Oh, is this about our conversation back at the Keshan? Brother, translations, please? Haha, of course. Dante, unquestionably, our manager... I forgot! Honglu also translated for us around, like, Don's Canto as well, when Faust wasn't there. Great. Let me make a proposal then. Become my faction for the duration of the family hierarchy evaluations. Help me out. What? It's, can we do that? Can we do that? Why not? You guys managed to stall even the sweepers. That means you command a formidable force. Besides, you're headed to the family mansion anyway, aren't you? You just don't know what to do once you get there. And as for competition, well, my brother doesn't care about the whole thing anyway. So why don't you join me? Help me become the family hierarch. I'm not like our other older siblings. I always pay my debts, whether that's for a favor or for a grudge. If you can't trust me, I'm happy to make a written. Can we do that, Faust? Faust deems Jia Zhichan's plan. Her explanation of it, at least rather flawless. Having such an ally at the apex of a wing would be a great boon to Limbus Company as well. I guess so. Then I don't see any reason to refuse her offer. Honglu, who has been listening in on our conversation, boiled the discussion down to a clearer explanation and relayed it to Jia Shi-chan. Perfect. It is said that for formation of such alliances should come with a grand banquet to mark the occasion and to cement the upcoming coalition. The banquet's on me. Once we get closer to the central zone, let's find a nice cache-on to discuss our future ventures together. You're Dante, right? Let's make this thing work. Let's... I was still bewildered by the turn of event, but Jia Shi-chan reached out for a handshake with such earnestness that I found myself almost drawn to shake her hand in return. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we ever made ourselves an ally that wasn't specifically selected by the company, huh? Well, if that's the case, I really hope we can have at least one ally who doesn't meet a terrible end. After the that's so ominous. We walk out of the cache-on to find the Mephistopheles waiting for us in the middle of the road. Wow, man, I never thought about it, but now that's just standing there like this in the middle of the street, it really stands out, doesn't it? Is this your usual ride? Glad to see that you're all safe. Sword and Pilot walked out from the inside the bus. So, did you guys take care of the business? I have some more pressing things to talk about. Listen well, do you have any idea how much trouble your subordinate's little connection? Yes, Miss Faust already gave me a report. Pilot? Oh boy, yes ma'am. By the way, he's awkwardly stepping forward. He probably already got a hell of a talking to from Sword. Real mighty sorry about that, y'all. I've only ever been a part of eradication missions, never in this espionage business, so... Pilot? What did I say about mixing excuses into an apology? Forget what I said. Real mighty sorry, for real. This Ching Tao guy approached me and Sweet talked me into going along with that plan of his. So I got too cocky, assuming that I knew better than my seniors. I'm sorry too. I forgot he's still a new guy in the business. Of course he'd be prone to making these mistakes. Looks like we'll both be writing letters to explain our failure together, huh? You're both getting disciplined for this? The disciplinary action is unlikely to be anything of significance. The LCB team came out unscathed, all things considered. However, it is likely... Oh, the Faust voice! However, it is likely that they may have to work for half a year without pay. I'd consider it a win if all we're getting is docked pay. Next time, I do promise. Next time, I'm gonna get real good at this job. I'm gonna become someone who can actually provide good assistance to y'all. So, of course, Pilot, you really should. In fact, you'll have no choice but to become a contributing member of the team when I'm done with you. Let's really get to it, huh? No one's dying or getting fired under my watch, as long as I'm their manager. I'll make sure of that. Yeah. Oh, right. Almost forgot to tell ya, Sword. It's real important business stuff going forward. We're gonna... Oh, yeah. I was gonna bring that up sooner or later. We just got the orders from the LCA. Sword produced a small device from her pockets and began reading from it. On arrival at the central zone of H Corp, the LCB will participate in the family hierarchy evaluation with a candidate. We were going to anyway. Now this bus team faction's gonna be my... The LCB will present the following sinners as their chosen candidate. Honglu? Or was it someone else? Sinner 6, Honglu. What? Finish! What? You can't do that! What the hell? All of you, I'm gonna make you throw everything you just ate, you assholes! Honglu's sister is fun. Because, like, she doesn't seem like she's gonna betray us, but I don't know. Wow, that's everything. I'm a little confused. This is the grind stage? No, wait. You're telling me I have to grind 3 waves of sweepers to get my rewards? Oh, that's gonna be painful. Well, I guess Mirror Dungeon's there as well, but... Oh boy.